Bobie Ansah. Berema bemba tigara for kude kunti kunasi sokode. Wabachila katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, keja guma mliamko.
The first day now me tie Mami Ansah press conference no and me conclude yes so corruption be kungana but Mami we be kungana as a corruption kungana.
Jane.
Yes.
Oh, Charlie.
That day I wrote on my Facebook that before corruption will kill Ghana to Ansah.
Accra FM.
Or bet to bomb Ghana. Or your man boy for.
Oh,
that is what she is.
Why?
Who should before now? She had Ansah for
oh. No. Many sir.
I haven't yet done that. Sir, Beye ni mamu we ni ase.
Ube criticizing Ejuma, but this personal.
And Ejuma can Ejuma say Beye. It is not personal.
Also,
if she's working like a witch, what should I tell you?
But you didn't say. You didn't say she's working like a witch. You say it's a who call now so she anwa. Oh, je Beye no who na well.
How would you say be a Beye Ejuma?
Oh,
question.
Bobie, I think this is unfair.
But how would I know you are editor? Is it not because of your work?
Because I'm the editor of the
exactly, because she's in charge of witches.
She's in charge of witches?
Wabatele Accra, yeah, mommy. Wabatele Accra, yeah, mommy.
The first day now me tie Mami Ansah press conference no and me conclude yes so corruption be kungana but Mami we be kungana as a corruption kungana.
Jane.
Yes.
Oh, Charlie.
That day I wrote on my Facebook that before corruption will kill Ghana to Ansah.
Accra FM.
Or bet to bomb Ghana. Or your man boy for.
Oh.
That is what she is.
Why?
Who should before now she had Ansah for.
Oh. No. Many sir.
I haven't yet done that. Sir, Beye ni mamu we ni ase.
Ube criticizing Ejuma, but this personal.
And Ejuma say Beye. It is not personal.
Also,
if she's working like a witch, what should I tell you?
But you didn't say. You didn't say she's working like a witch. You say it's a who call now so she anwa. Oh, je Beye no who na well.
How would you say be a Beye Ejuma?
Oh,
question.
Bobie, I think this is unfair.
But how would I know you are editor? Is it not because of your work?
Because I'm the editor of the custodian.
Exactly, because she's in charge of witches.
She's in charge of witches?
All right, so another Mama G a birthday. Jolu, you were one Mama G pet. You were one Mama G pet. And no, Obi and Obi. And then Mama G birthday. So Mama G, when we to ya, said you see how you're nafa. Obe dan star BAB. You've done it and step BAB. Mama G, and then your birthday, we wish you good health, long life, blessings of God, and very peaceful home. And Ebusa at the mount. Now, the other one say, ye be no so no. On this note, let me say a big thank you to Akofa Benis. Thank you so much, Akofa. I'm grateful. Then thank you to okay, so let me leave them out. Yeah, I'm so be let me leave them out. But Akofa, thank you. So my crack catcher say thank you, my boy. So that's it. Now, Augustine Mystery. I'm joining you on your Facebook page. We have your boy George here. Lottie Jones is here. Yada mo ba bejina so your Facebook page ni na yada mo asepa na minhira mo your first mo be no enya technical problems kakra, so that they need to go off and restart it. and we are back here now. And I say, and come on, the Citizens TV Ghana, Citizens TV Ghana, YouTube page. You bet me a call. Only a Juma Edim Komo, kama, but there is something very interesting happening. Daniel just says, big bro, in fact, you have made emotional this afternoon with the patriotic song, especially. All right, so let me move on. Now, Commander, can you greet Akufo-Addo for me? Yes, of course. Nana K is here. Long time, no here, no see. Emmanuel Suzuki watching us live. Solomon Brook from US of A. We have Kwajo Fiagbe is here. Ambrose Atayiri Dolly. Innocent Asinyo is here. All right, so 3 p.m. Hey, 3 p.m. Onia. Bibi Aboko there. All right, so Mampon here. Gramani says good job. Yes, of course, we are grateful. And Citizen Show is grateful. And Citizen Show is doing well. Yes, of course, Citizen Show is doing well. I'll say, area in February, right? Area in February, right? Time and area Citizen Show area no February. 4. Oh, okay. All right, so definitely from February to 31st October, and I think Citizen Show Abananim pa, we have worked, and God is with us. Our fans are with us. We speak the truth, and we are speaking truth to power. Who is offended? Nobody cares. And you'll be asked as to who is offended. But those who are offending the country, we will offend them. Okay. Omo offended country, we will offend them. Omo offended this country, we will offend them. And we will do it deliberately. They can do whatever they want. They can go to hell. You offend Ghana, we will offend you. You offend Ghana, we will offend you. Uria Omai Esika, COVID Sika, you have offended Ghana, we will offend you. Uria COVID Sika, you have insulted Ghana, our pride, we will insult you. We don't encourage violence. That is why the only option is that we will insult you, insult your wife, insult your family head, insult Ukromu Hine. We will insult you. So we are your friend say your friend say Goko's fund. Goko's fund for Sika. So we are Goko's fund for Ghana for Esika. You have offended Ghana. You have insulted Ghana. We will insult you. We insult your wife, your children, your family head. Ukromu Hine ejimi nyina yebeka akire. That is the only way out. We are PFJ Sika. You have offended Ghana. You have insulted Ghana. We will insult you. You don't care offending a great nation like Ghana. We don't care offending a foolish man like you or a foolish woman like you stealing from Ghana. We don't care. We don't care. Ghanaians don't care anymore. The youth, they don't care anymore. O promise police for Sika. One farm mom not to Sika ni dia. You have offended Ghana. You have insulted Ghana. We will insult you. Now the Opebiawaye. And they talk about a decorum, show decorum. We are a man for sika de kofro private jet here. Are you showing any decorum? Within just a spate of how many months? Monchaki mame, how many months? Within the 3 months, we say, no wafro, a year, a good for wafro, wafro, my sika, over 10 million Ghana cedis at the Afro private jet. You don't show decorum in whatever you do, then you turn back and come and tell me to show decorum in my delivery. You are mad. Oh, but damn. You don't show decorum to flood victims. And you want me to show decorum in my delivery. Kojo Ponkroma, bro, we are brothers. Find time, let's sit down. Let's talk one-on-one. When the leader can't show decorum, why should you ask me? Our leader is our mirror, and he is the reflection of whatever we do and say. Yes. Just do it well. Yes, we have little mistakes here and there. We understand. Human institution. A human institution. But the deliberate ones that we know, say what said that. So what catch them and say, me Ghana me need right to know how much a frontiers, a health, whatever accumulated. Our Juma our airport na me need writer. I will insult you. You are insulting Ghana. You are insulting us. So I catch them and say, what for me gold? Ede kwa kwaji oil, but me ni kwa se me hunu eye middleman, the intermediate person no, me ni kwa se me hunu pa kura no ji gold no, ede akwaji oil na ba. You are insulting our sensibilities as citizens, and you are insulting Ghana, the sovereignty of Ghana. I will insult you back. Taba omia, that idiot. I will insult you back. You are insulting us, and we have every right to insult you back. You can go and tell Media Foundation, you can go and tell National Media Commission, nobody cares. Your actions, if your actions is an insult to we the Ghanaians, we will insult you people back. Get it straight. Yeah, obian fancy. We won't hide it. Give us that respect to speak our mind. Give us that opportunity for once that we Ghanaians deserve better. This is our land. This is our country. This land is for us. We are not going anywhere. We aren't ready to move. Not an inch. This is our land. This land belongs to us. It's our land. This land is for our forefathers. We are not going anywhere, and we are not afraid. We aren't afraid. We are not going anywhere. We are staying here. This land is our home. We are not going to allow one small group of people to snatch this land from us. No way. This is our land. A person be strong as a Ghanaian. Stand on your feet. Stand on your feet. Be courageous. Don't entertain any fear. Don't do it. Wake up. We will use every legal means to cramp down on dictatorship and tyranny. We will use every legal means to cramp down on dictatorship and tyranny. We will use every legal means, every legitimate means. And that everyone should get it clear and be prepared. This is our land. Ghana is for Ghanaians. Thank you. Thank you. Quick one. You got here. Oh, just join. Just join. Let's enjoy the show. Let's enjoy the show. But you got here. MPP, one of the delegates, and I know it's a Saturday. Ghana Nibia Kwamade work Ghana has say Saturday. Mesrel various points are almost to abanoko ubenyeska ubedidi. Omani sika ebe shiti nyame ya aduma Saturday. Yeah. Omo wiya yesika kama. And ombe show sika no nyame ya aduma Saturday. They will show it. Say yes, omo wiya sika. Yeah, omo wiya sika. And ombe so scan wo ye nim sei e di akyerese ye wiamo e di na mo beye yeah wiamo di na mo beye and ye one of the delegates ni interview or say Canada Japan Emma 100 and about me abe mo 200 and me person mo check it and your delegates no do Emma me 100 200 and you when you prelims when you prelims afi na omo ba be eye no na me twen afi na omo ba be ye nti
bibusa obi wo agis kan bia na
sika de we na aka ho asemi
sika omo checha ma delegacy
oh sika de self ya me oble me bi nko ade ameje
nti wo je sen
oh ye nra kan ba ye no minya 100 cedis
bibusa obi wo agis kan bia na
sika de we na aka ho asemi
sika omo checha ma delegacy
oh sika de self ya me oble me bi nko ade ameje
nti wo je sen
oh ye nra kan ba ye no minya 100 cedis ena ye nra ba o mi anso ba ye no e won so minya 200
okay nti ni omo mienu nyina na Dr. Kotode adani mo
one day wo nu ho
okay boss okay mpato nya he sika na omo cheche no
oh mimi nya sika bi asa e bi aba na metu kwan a
nti 100 ni 200 a wunu anum ke wo ba o mi a wo se wo support na o ma obi
o da na yes sika nso ntina medi ba mi echi sika ntina medi de chaka ma papa
o se wa di sika ni bia na
me ji sika bi a
guest guide ye ba ya wo cha ye wa ni bia de na o guest guide wa ni eske guest guide wa ni
bia
guest guide wa ni OGB guest guide wa ni bia na
ma mi sika bi a eske me se mi se bi a
guest guide wa ni bi OGB ya ni etiche de na ya ni echema uji
me pato
eso mo delegates ni say chaze o say yes o mo say 200,000 omo to aba na say omo to aba na say omo say anybody do say na to aba and catch me kwa me say now wa okay 203,439 wow yeah 203,439 so 203,439 na say 100,000 kra no say Kennedy ma 100 cedis 100 Ghana cedis 100,000 nkro 400,000 say
100,000 I get 10 million. I get 10 million Ghana cedis.
100 cedis each.
About 10 million.
About 10 million.
Yes.
And about me asuma 200.
20 million. The 100,000 by 20 million.
20 million Ghana cedis.
And yeah, preliminary. When you do musio like.
Yeah, play rims. Enti we no.
And the panels will yeah you.
Use microphone no.
The panels will send you more than 200,000 plus indeed.
So when you are chim,
you'll be a chim now.
You are chim because your fan say guy back was you on when you be. Your fan is on
must select it.
I must select it. Your fan say on so sa be a bia 50,000 en be. Right? Even with that, your 50,000 backlog actually 400 no the other end 20. Hey.
Also, I discuss almost how almost categorize delegates no.
Yeah.
Also, delegates no. Among the delegates no, your party chairman your secretaries no.
And we know we are when foot soldiers.
We foot soldiers.
More from.
Now between the 100 cities and 200 cities, I could party chairman him.
Constituency chairman.
Enye. Branch chairman grant me for 200 could
in the one
chairman grant me for 2.
I want to cry the maho.
Where foot soldiers.
Charles Musica no.
Oh, no. Say, yeah, but some of no. Bedru security election commission be security for that mo security some kwasiafo esika ya atoka egu hara wo hwe so
Eye musika no
ba sia so kwasiafo yesika ya atoka egu hara wo hwe so
eye musika no ya no mo de eye saro
ba we no so ka ho 60 billion na Bank of Ghana 60 billion no so ka ho
si ya no di akwadi ba omi aho
asa ni na abu de ya obu de
ke no kere je Japan anya bi ana adeni modi o ka so ma 10 cities kura oni bi
ba so ko na ga se sam pepe so ka na ga some to aba
dabi oni adeni mo jina wa adeni mo ni ba omi fucking boy we na ya adeni mo ni ya ba omi
commander ade ba ko so mi o obo party na kasa ba bi aduru no nipa na kam no me no MPP for no asa omu ni choice of beto ba omi
because kana de Japan no kura de wo ye fun che o
me o me o kasa me assess ba omi a the first some be ka chere say me opinion say asaba me ka chere no fa no say onim nyansa
de
ade ba de di kan me di ka chere no say onim nyansa di buman nanso me de nanso me ba nanso ya de beto ba ka de Japan ya kam fa malo
every na tete ajija saro
what is secret Japan e ba the team so be contest ni 1 year wo ho se mu ayefo mam take ni wo dum bi ayeto emu ayefo ya ye emu ayefo ya ye ya kanse be ayefo ya ye ya emu ayefo
emu ayefo
emu ayefo na no kai eze boguram
but a scanner omo to go from sano and Ghanaians are suffering baako na oni Akufo-Addo ba no koye moving pena deal no contaminated a fuel no omo friend say ono catch us wa pack dollars a good dem a one chase that tape no obetimi atua wa so wa pack dollars enye cedi so wa pack dollars a good dem
na sounds far no ya da me ma tie mu ye kakra on say dia na owoso na okoko contesting tour no e Akufo-Addo boy Jadu your friend Jadu not or your Western Regional Minister and at same time your MP for that area okoko contesting kra no vet na nkomo mane nkomo disqualify no vetting ana oja omia no di no ma no contesting no two no and into the response they say Jadu no aba threaten say says you no ready omo kwa pay steady ba be two no o musica no kra no di frabroach na be dollars no di ba be two no and also catch no say o me so me your business man say some musica am be election go dollars we go
what is the contest is that they have stolen us they have stolen us omo wia yesika no omo di nkwasiade
but about what they say ya be true there ayehu
omo wia yesika and omo ayo man sika no omo wia and omo di yesade
na mo ko fa do he
exactly
mo ko fa do he
exactly chaze anyway Charles mama ntete ne ma ba ko mienu bi free omra endi over to you and me tiasem bi ketiam unim se tiasem na ketiam won waka ketiam ka kire eye your friend say shop owners ene omo ekofa ne ma ba se omo ntete omo ne ma omo nya reasonable no omo ntete ne ma bo so na Christmas yi mobrofo so aninye omo nya reasonable. Just listen to Ketiamo.
Self to we anya buy no na keso de man.
Just listen to Ketiamo. Ya catch Akufo-Addo say okofa bodemini abaye trade minister.
There be o. Sir, and
how
prices of goods no. And there are components that come together and the buy price of goods.
There be o. Na nipa no. Enya ka na o de kofa be.
And make a petrol.
Auto fuel say. Ojino taxes say beverages for air catch now say sa excise taxes not 20% no you free so what's it there be
I better na the boy for nang boys in biano
na wo hia sika awia wo pesika na awia
ya koye elections
no to na de no pe bibi ne madi no ono de on to onya reasonable. Are you resident. Oh, Sangrofo we kasa biano they insult us, and you don't have any means than to give it back to you.
Ghana for we deserve it. No, sometimes.
Wọ́n no me tia me taxes man.
We deserve it.
Who kume?
We deserve
a man for crash petition court parliament about taxes, port taxes, and in the America ho. Was it still? What was to be reasonable because of the current world situation? Who you are not a catcher or no say on your reasonable. On your reasonable no how?
And I'm saying, Commander, sometimes they are not nipa kuda as you deserve it.
Charlie. Okay, so and Ghana for me mama back to back ketuabi back to back. Meye Samira, no maye Baumia, no maye John Boadu, ni abuso omo say na sika no wo he. It's so simple. Now listen to Samira Baumia in 2015, right? In 2015. So in 2015. Now, one from a year Toja says the 8th Parliament is our problem. The minority passed Katie Amon. Who is our problem now? Okay, so that's it. But and then back to back. Menka Sanche, because and then Penifo be refian be year Juma wa from pa. Inti na mi mbomu nche na mi mbomu sa ba me mama back to back sa Mira Baumia say Baumia na economy no wahwe amana yesi enye ono and omo yane de tapes no wo bebre omo ginchim ye bebo bebre e de akere wo mo ye bebo bebre e de akere wo mo and
he'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now will be driven by you, and Ansah will be directed by you. He'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now will be driven by you, and Ansah will be directed by you. Into I know say he's competent in that area. He's got the focus. He's got the mindset. He's got the experience in macroeconomics, and even as a general academician, he'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now will be driven by you, and Ansah will be directed by you. Into I know say he's competent in that.
Ghana for Munti Samira and Samira sister that time sister now do kunyo. Sis Samira de Diabata bo ni twa na ti a woman timi nka bi o ka sister bed ti da sumu nsem papa but Diabata bo on say ya sant for you say o ya de anu ato ana we twa wadi ahwe chi kakra but sister oduku nie atare we na hye we 2015 na watare ni watare ana eya papa ni uduku ana papa na boy no yes your best because that time say wo ko yeah wo ko abonte amani pa na interview we na wo ko abonte ti uduku papa last one boy ni tika sister ka ko fa uduku no na wo hwa yeah can you never insult Ghanaians, can you never do it. Kagana ni kura di what man ka kasa me dase if it's on my way aye. But that is not the issue. Ma kasa eduabata bo ni twa etwa na. Nti I won't go there. But sister, o say we obi a vice president on aye dey. Obi a vice president a sa nipa no ono ena ohwe policies na on a driving policies of the government and here we are here I mean so that is Samira for you now. Baumia no anka sa no so yenkote Baumia no amu. Let's go and listen to Baumia no that time enumdwa or the ma about fuel and the transport fares. Fuel and the transport. Yenkote Baumia no amu kwano yenko tie ba omianu amu on fuel and
Mubahu nyame adom sɛ petrol bo bɛba fam. Mubahu nyame adom sɛ transport. Mubahu nyame adom sɛ petrol bo bɛba fam. Mubahu nyame adom sɛ transport fares so ɛbɛba fam. Na nneɛma boɔ so bɛba fam because of new policies a yɛde ba. Nyame adom mespɛ sɛ obiara nya abɔtere. Because we are going to implement something different, something new, and a depreciation of the currency, and also above form. Mubahu nyame adom said petrol bo beba form. Mubahu nyame adom said the transport fares so beba form. Na nneɛma boɔ so beba form because of new policies are yɛde ba. Nyame adom mespɛ sɛ obiara nya abɔtere.
2
Commander.
We are 2022 Ojura 2022 me ba cho Ghana for amuteme through another form transport fares na aba form Abba form. Okay. All right. Monsieur, and then you're more back to back. Now, 60 SHS schools, no, why not? Bobie, I know there's a guy. Which year? Okay, what do you family? December, Bobie.
Education in the Zongo communities. So we are building in each of the 16 regions. We are building model senior high school education in the Zongo communities. So we are building in each of the 16 regions. We are building model senior high schools in Zongo communities in the 16 regions. So we have 16 model senior high schools in the 16 regions of Ghana in the Zongo communities.
Why was this necessary?
Education in the Zongo communities. So we are building in each of the 16 regions. We are building model senior high schools in Zongo.
Schools no way. I see 16
in the 16 regions.
Every Zongo community biano almost modern senior high school.
And today is just 16 schools no use you.
No, or see, sir, every region be an adapted one Zongo community.
Okay, if sign off.
Yeah, that I think that is. But where for?
There be also Ghana for no.
Okay, I heard say these are near 14 cities. Okay, but so 16 way.
Baby, you be what I'm afraid of one country. I mean the baby, I don't commander. Oh, I deal with your man, say. Oh, but says, oh, Cassia. Zongo community, maybe I just say your Zongo community for from. Yes, I had Zongo community, you say, I was Zongo community.
Because Accra and Kwanu bet me in your Zongo communities, be 34.
Ababo. It's no, Obiado Bears, Obia, Zongo community from. It's I they have been canon.
Oh, Obi Busam say how many E blocks and a Mahama Timmy 47 is there.
Complete. They're complete or finishing with.
Napo ne beka che nya napo na me minim se Sergio Mahama si 47.
Debio already your complete yo. Or finishing with the name. Your blocks live one or ye. But they be any painting ye. You'll be on a very.
But 47 they
completed another Palako school. Ansah no free office.
All right. So back to back. Most more who want to media no. Okay, so John Boadu. Probably the John Boadu base here. John Boadu. Me amenu a brother John. And you may saw me share. Eso mi ehia.
Obo pa lewi.
Mi aminia ya wende. So unya yonko na da amono no de usi adam wadi nkomo.
Na say juma asem na ye ka new patriotic party programs are ye die gu ho no ebedu baabi no ye be kran gofo afiama no ne no na say juma asem na ye ka new patriotic party programs are ye die gu ho no ebedu baabi no ye be kran gofo afiama no ne no be ye juma ho Ghana na say juma asem na ye ka new patriotic party programs are ye die gu ho no ebedu baabi no ye be kran gofo afiama no ne no be ye juma ho Ghana na say juma asem na ye ka new patriotic party programs are ye die gu ho no ebedu baabi no ye be kran gofo afiama no ne no be ye juma
ebre ni adwuma o
Commander the person be using some literature.
Oh, MVP.
As of the time of youth.
Yeah. Go and check.
And I'm
Obi a nurses said to be a Ghana free Ghana. I'm afraid the nurses a friends a union for issue state. The nurses no kododo.
I'm going to my Ghana.
But recently, recently, me video be me challenge the person in Ghana. Terminal 3 airport. Or more departure. Enipa every Ghana no.
Don't go there.
Enipa a Ghana free Ghana.
I guess somebody bring a weird obuko.
Oh, John. Anyway. And I think me mienu bia me ye ho adwuma later. Me mienu bia me ye ho adwuma. Me mienu bia me ye ho adwuma. Me mienu bia me ye ho adwuma. Me pa so star 413 hash star 413 hash. And next studio I say come on be sha sentem. Ambassador Victor Smith is here, former Ghana High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. Elizabeth and Akusipuku will join us, and Charles Nyame, a convener for Gold Coast Fund Management. And so, if you say, and Yebedi and Komo and Bebre. But before no, Mame any Charles in 2 way floor. Uncle Victor also extra article be that we talk about the article. Yeah. No, man. All right, we'll talk about. But just Akwaba.
Yeah.
Uncle Victor. Boko there. And then you bet treaty article. No, I read the article and very insightful. And Gold Coast Fund Management for also and on City FM and other stations about Omusika. But just quick one on Momo Diano, what is happening with Musika Sem more demonstration, more daho, more fremo any more enya dialogue on Sikano and Rametesa Wokamubio. What is the issue?
Thank you. Michiati Fuina. Baby Aqua do say who say the approach to engage from the side of the government during the protest was a mere strategy to end the agitation at the finance ministry. Because ye bisa omo nsem bi ana omo ni hu anu yie asama ye bisa ye di kan say yenim say the finance ministry say what spending 26 billion Ghana cedis and they clean up financial sector out of that 26 billion customers of fund management are falling under Securities and Exchange Commission. Your component of 8.6 billion. Sa 26 billion, yeah. 26 billion. Out of the 26 billion also was spending. A component of 8.6 billion was meant to pay 47 fund management customers under Securities and Exchange Commissioner revoking of license with the financial cleanup exercise. So 46 fund management customers, companies customers, your total is over 200,000.
Wow.
Sikano enko do customers no.
200,000 members.
Yes. Now Gold Coast Fund Management in Kwan customers is over 100,000.
I see.
One of it. Just one of it. Okay. And finance minister, any document I got to Parliament House would be a IMF say was spending 26 billion year. Year 8.6 billion account. Sikano Emma Bedru Yaho. In the meeting, no, you be so say they should lay bare the expenditure component of 26 billion, no, which is almost spending. No. And Minister no was very funny, and without a sense of shame, he told us, say, they didn't know, say, we were going to ask that question, so they didn't carry information or answers to that question from the ministry into the meeting. And it, in our next meeting, they will furnish us with those information. Fine. And I am what you say. Sikari the edim say ebetumi abasa momadi because 60 billion crown what to be edi. Then get this 8.6 billion na buntu mindi. Madi. But somebody some are misappropriating sikano, some are den there are lives at stake. Emrafone kukrafo pensioners are dying day in and day out. You saw the demonstration. Abroad 82 years, 90 years demonstrating, pleading, saying he's sick on one the sweat as a civil servant, and then the pension lump sum, on the aquacotua, the proceed, on the finance, the medical bills, there day. For 5 years, she's dying because on this can find 2 hours in the morning now. And we need our immediate payment. The cars are trouble, okay, fine. Sansam na yebi say dan kanfu ano amoko ene openfa committee apam no ma bring mu aye in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks no ye be meeting to give us the feedback or our payment. 2 weeks no as 26th of October. Before 2 weeks ni ba be so no na ye nche omo kana be finance ministry obi a omo dey in charge of organizing meeting no be free o catch them say meeting ni the same be free head of HR finance ministry. And I'm getting contact with my friend. My friend head of HR now. The woman knew nothing about what I was talking about. I see. I have to school her through whatever that has happened and where we have gotten to. And Ansah was okay. I should excuse her for her to call the minister who led the interact to come and to have the meeting with us. And it's or calling and or getting back to me. As well as I say, ministers on catches or corner of Akoyena day. Nah. Ebi obe Thursday na time no and deadline we are obetenenka
Sana minister na catch no that's
Mohammed Amin Adams.
Yeah.
Yes. Minister of State for Finance Ministry.
Yeah.
Asemo catch no me my friend several times my sending countless text messages the PA my friend several times my sending countless text messages, no response. And deliver no response. Now the American say Ghana for ye when in Ghana for fashion quantanso a bedroom baby ye beti aginem peru be in anim say obekam ye dan ye be panabo because the way be yesusudia.
So which means Sikano omuntia is that the point?
No, now you see what to me gase wuntia that way me yana me person mete Sika taxpayers money yatama. No, we are not begging the government to come to our aid. No. These are legitimate money. These are hard-earned money. Yes, the people worked for it. They invested it into the system. It is the government policy, a financial cleanup exercise. And after all, taxpayers' money has been approved by Parliament, handed it over to the finance ministry. You claim so what spending? What spending to your wanka?
No,
but Charles, Bobie
Charles, but from their body language and the way our money mood dealing in your nature say.
Because ye get it tough for my imu. Ye get it tough for my imu. Ye get it tough for, and young Ganda, ye never says, Sigan, hang a young Ganda, go for so my baby go swa. I come to me just 30 minutes. Ya swam for me 3,000 pet, and then go craft for pets and Yababu go so. Oh, bet me a Janano. Oh, bet me a Janano.
Okay, so now that's the point. You don't have any support. Nobody is ready to support you. and they are not ready to even listen to you, they are not ready to release the money, what do you do?
Okay. A jound say Beshia. And we see I start back and get it. Okay. It doesn't take. Bible say Gideon, young guys say the men are too much. When the time is right, you don't need much men to do say anything. Bobie, Samara so be you don't need much men. They may think say any about one, your number is but a bedroom baby, there 3 men or women there. But you bet I bet you thousands of men. Because Obia Nibuofu, and you be at a comedy Nibiano, or nebo down for or money a pet. Menana, or say, Obia commodino, the near any down for a pet, not journey in so. And Obia the Buofunso, or nebo down for a journey a pet. And also call him also call because finance ministry
to do what?
Let them the man simple. Oh, the content is here. Let them the man simple. What you say? It was just a calculated approach to end the heated protest and echo so.
Let
me forward to where's this here?
Okay, so that's it. A quick one. Many chance we are member Uncle Victor. So now, and also article. Then we want to talk about the article and some about general issues. Now for the but Jiwa Bruce says I'm just waiting for this men's gold demo. Okay, Baron Kansas says Commander tell Charles it is not about support. Even so far as pension bond was messed with. So, now Alasa Mohammed says, please ask Charles, what did the government say about the Gold Coast money? And I think that is what he is trying to explain. Vivian upon Ansah. Okay, all right. Now, okay, Bobie says what Charles is saying is the truth. Ghanaians are just waiting for John Dramani Mahama to speak on this Gold Coast Fund management issue, and it will become a bigger issue. All right. So, other, Obia send me a message. You say, Ninianom, Nenam 4-3, or say Nenam 4-3 in a chradie, and interestingly, Bako friend and Ra, or your head teacher, or here or UK, we're just school walk. I could try UK. Say on also kwako bobra UK. All right, so Commander now Makai enkasa de no. Say no mobile den.
Oh, my time mom say your mom 1 week to respond to us.
Yeah.
And I'm attaching that letter to Namasa letter to the Accra Regional Police Commander.
Yeah.
Said this is the game they are playing with us.
Yeah.
1 week time now someone responded to us. We'll resume indefinite protest at the Finance Ministry.
Okay, so you 2 letters in your mom. Uncle Victor. Uncle Victor, but Uncle Victor, this Gold Coast Fund management issue. Last week, Mitier men's gold, you know. Then the community surrounding it. Oh, men's gold, the 25 million, 5 million Ghana cedis. Akoja police, say customers in Konkoje. Obi Busam say, the police for any Edanka, Ejiska, Etia. Me and my confused. Then later I heard say police for also move to 2.5. Say 2.5 now can only this can go you. Then later I'm better say I say na one say or police one grab so move or no. It's almost a funny sick man. Then when you listen to these kind of stories, and one governance I check.
We have leadership problem of Ghana. It's a leadership thing. Oko Amanonia almost.
Pacha, use your microphone here. Sorry.
Everything works according to arrangement on my and the laws and everywhere so you don't have this kind of behavior. There's a leadership problem, a serious one in this country. Said
but Ghana need leadership problem. I want that.
But I didn't say that. Well, now it's worse.
Okay,
it's worse. So
okay.
That my statement, Matrono. You see what it's in it, and we'll come to that one.
Yes, we'll come to that.
But it's still a leadership problem. And he's saying, arrangement. Na say, and can you say obi could disturb the banking and finance and can be an enemy abeko ye pema obia nya problem. Na say nkofa yedi emrana assurance say they should ensure that the right things are done. No? Things like men's gold na didn't nkofo mebun nkofo mfaso. I mean, what kind of country na yeti me? Obi kwa say obi kwa ensure ho. You can galanse asem nso muka mo galamse numbi. All manner of things are happening in this country. There's a leader. There's supposed to be a government. What is the government doing about it? The government is the oboro. All the other leaders in various institutions in are supposed to be doing the right things. Unfortunately, there happened war a capital bank. Huh?
Yes, capital bank.
I mean, Papa Penu, I've been if you ask for 15 years. Because something funny happened. Because this kind of Bank of Ghana meant for, if you like, the banking system, the customers. Then what I hear the opposite of the year, I go fast my bro. So Obia funny things. And what is gentleman Charles Gold Coast fund. I haven't followed it like I followed your friend saying
the men's gold.
Me feel the ecoso Ghana to the extent say woman ebinukra eco picket finance ministry say yezika. Why do you touch people's money? It was some people's money. You encourage them to do what, to save there or to put it in a fund, whatever it is. Time no so let them have their money.
But Charles, my background so that will understand this.
Okay. Gold Coast Fund Management was in existence for 25 years before the regime of Akufo-Addo and its policy, the financial cleanup exercise. In fact, Gold Coast Fund Management was very solvent because if you look at the revocation publication, that spells out the grounds on which their license was revoked. They were not revoked because they were insolvent. They were revoked because they were having liquidity challenge.
You know, I say liquidity challenge.
Insolvency, company, ABA, the assets, and the Japadia or so what the basic kema, and to be a car or de both the liquid cash and the assets, no. Who can bomb a car or didn't own to be into ya? Company say, or you're insolvent, the who's cancer home bravo, and so the hook at ya. It is our company to be encoso. But that was not the case of Gold Coast Fund Management. Gold Coast Fund Management was having liquidity challenge. Liquidity challenge was caused by the financial cleanup exercise. Because the financial cleanup exercise stopped them for operations and asked the fund that has been in existence for 25 years, they say, offer 6 months and winding up every existing portfolio that offers 6 months in year. Meanwhile, these investments, some are in long-term portfolios, some are in medium-term portfolios, and some are in short-term portfolios. Even the shortest-term portfolio is 3 months, and the long-term portfolios is as far back as 10 years. And you are asking, say, 25 years customers, offer 6 months in year. And it's in the actual say, Sikani Binsono, or the sponsor government contractors. Emma, Ministry of Finance, more money clearance. Say, or sponsor more now because they will pay into joint account between them. And it is our 6 months now of government. You have not paid the contractors within these 6 months for them to get the money to pay back the customers. And it's on your liquidity challenge because the money is not there to use outright for the 6 month payment. And government will also be revoking the lines. Not see there be Misika may invest in government assets through contractors. When you're aware, refund it back, pay the contractors. The contractors will pay me. I'll get my money to settle these customers. The government did not pay up till now.
Is it the same as Gold Coast Securities?
Yes. Yes, that's the same thing.
I just want to be sure that
it's the same thing. The government did not pay up till now. And you went ahead and revoked the license. So Gold Coast Fund Management was not a company which was insolvent. It is the government policy financial cleanup that creates liquidity challenge. Because again, all customers, our investment portfolios was not, maturity date was not at a time, at a 6 months. Some will go today, some investment will mature, they will bring in, some investment portfolios will mature tomorrow, then they use that to pay, then they run it as they used to do in the 25 years. But because you say pay them at once, meanwhile the money, some are in long-term portfolios, some are in medium-term, how could they pay? So out of the liquidity challenge, they revoke the licenses. And revoking the license, no, right now, no, you have not paid the contractors, and you said you are going to use taxpayers' money to pay. Taxpayers' money, Security Selection Commission cost the whole amount into 8 billion. That's
so even though we draw a license, the next kind of time,
the money is not there. The Gold Coast has asset. Dr. GN, they have a lot of assets.
But contractors are
no. Bosia still Gold Coast contractors up to now.
Because they're not.
That is it.
They're not paying the contractors.
Yes, they have not paid those contractors up to now. Oh, Ansah Kennedy Japan, we are going to elections now. The government wanted to pay. Kennedy Japan can say, I'm before the money Ansah. Who go to them say, "Oh, the back sponsor these. Who go to Ansah contractors? The come some back sponsor this man about going to 2020 elections."
I see.
It's up to now. They've not paid those contractors. Gold Coast Fund Management sponsor and up to now. And what the taxpayers' money suit ya? Taxpayers' money, Parliament approves okay. Take this money. According to you, have raised the money. Raising the money, no, you have come back to Parliament to tell them so you have spent the money. Meanwhile, you didn't use it to pay us. And everybody is quiet.
How much is owing? How much is owing?
8.6 billion in totality.
To customers.
To 47 fund management customers under Security Selection Commission, which Gold Coast Fund Management is one of them, and stands at 90% of the total portfolio.
Oh, really?
That's huge, eh?
It is bad.
In our meeting, Yebisa says Yano, Sikase no Mochiyama Gold Coast Fund Man, Yakase, the total, Yebisa the total money owed to Gold Coast customers entirely, yes, saying. Say 5.3 billion Gold Coast Fund Management customers. Yebisa says Sikase no Mochiyama little over 700 million.
This cannot away.
It's which I say you have not paid anything. You have not paid anything. You have not paid anything.
You think it's likely to say Ometia contractors in the car?
They
won't pay. They don't. I don't think they have
any plan
to pay.
No, even this money, it doesn't. I need contractors, dear Christ. How money we are meant to pay us now has nothing to do with the contractors' issues. These are taxpayers,
customers.
What's the contractors no borrow zika?
From a yet Gold Coast.
They were hoping sense like
that was the initial. Yes, and right now the government revoking license now, and I will take you over the liability.
So the government does not pay you.
Yes,
but do they have that money?
And that is what they budgeted it in the budget.
And on that day.
Yes, in 2020 main budget, mid-year budget, and 2021 main budget, they made 2 tranches totaling 8.6 billion, approved by Parliament.
Yes.
And they have raised that money for our payment.
Yeah.
They sent that allocation there for our payment, for approval for our payment. Approval has been made since 2021. And documents available shows that the finance minister says he has spent the money that was approved for our payment, but the payment has not been effected.
He has spent the money, but not in paying you.
And he has deceived the public that he has paid us.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He didn't pay you, but the money is gone.
It's gone. That's what he's claiming. And Parliament is not asking any questions about this.
And nobody's able to.
But we have petitioned
the speaker. We have petitioned both the majority caucuses. We have petitioned the Finance Committee of Parliament. Said these monies have not reached us. And says I say on Thursday I'm going to petition them again.
Oh, some MPs they have a job to do for Ghana.
So let's go to.
It's serious. What he has said is very serious.
Yeah.
You just play with people's lives. Why?
And 800 of our old men and women within the space of they have died.
800.
It's over. These are the ones that we have. We are compiling some documentary. You will see some documentary. We have one man at Obuasi. Or your mining job for 37 years. Or right now, man yari. Ojinawa no trash it. And I'm gonna call Obuasi Government Hospital.
Too bad.
Man blood be a pet. Within bed 2 hours, not blood now we free no. And I'm referring to some funding call Confanoche Teaching Hospital. And I'm saying Omuni scanning no. to prayer camp. And we have captured it in our documentary. Now, share man on the states. Now, share the kind of money investment. I can offer us some media. They are wicked people.
Okay, so Kwame, for Uncle Victor, article not to your Facebook page, mama quickly. You have it, right? Kwame, you have it. Yeah. Listen, Nana Kuspuku, I join here. Executive Director for GAG. Chairman, Akwaba. Good. Yes, we are talking about Charles Nyame Goko's Fund issue. We are raising some concerns, but Uncle Victor Achro article. I just want us to focus on the article. We will deal with it and come and deal with the general issues, and definitely they feed into Uncle Victor article now. Watch and yeah, they to your Facebook page so that more follow and we me pick it now more. I read it through, but quickly let me just read through some few portions of the article. So Victor Smith writes, Ghana, our beloved country, has gone to the dogs a complete mess. Quote, and I quote, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Unquote. Or end of quote. Edmund Beck. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Ghana is currently going through its worst economic crisis in a generation presided over by such an incompetent, reckless, and unpatriotic administration, which can at best be described as obnoxious. The center cannot hold. Credit to William Yates, right? Quote, mere anarchy is loosed upon us, unquote. Socio-economic chaos, our roads, our health, our children's education, our finances, economy with all the promises that they made and their attitudes, the arrogance and the level of corruption. So many shameful things have been revealed by the MPP themselves in their dog fight for leadership of their party. It appears the government has given up. They cannot find solutions to the challenges we face as a country anymore. They lied their way to power. They lacked the capability and the competency they touted. There is total disenchantment with the government, and the most worrying aspect is that the people's representatives, our MPs, are not showing much care. They appear to have joined in the distraction. They only clandestinely lament but aren't bold and caring or patriotic enough to stop the nonsense going on in the country. They should have halted this administration by now. That is why we sometimes say Ghanaians aren't angry enough. They haven't enough fire in their bellies. I believe Ghanaians have been cowed into submission with legalities they don't really understand. The bold ones in society must rise to the occasion. Countrymen and women, our democracy and country in its current state, without much hope for any meaningful recovery in the next 1 year, coupled with threats of unrest and protest, may not survive the heat. I propose that MPs go into a special emergency section immediately to address the gargantuan mess everywhere and urgently figure out a way to pass a vote of no confidence in the executive and mandate the right honorable speaker to put together an interim administration to halt the decline and prepare Ghana for fresh elections. Honorable MPs, act now or blame not the people. Please do not leave the people to their own devices. I'm done for now, unquote. And this is coming from Ambassador Victor Smith, one-time High Commissioner to UK, representing Ghana under the NDC administration. Uncle Victor.
We've waited long enough. 7 years. Aka 1 year. And I believe that the president himself indicated, say, whoever the leader is, on some to us, sort of. You know, in other words, he's given up. Yeah, he's given up. After 7 years, the people's resources have been so decimated. What has gone on is unprecedented. People, you know, some of us were patient. About first, first 100 days. Let me see, I won't even assess anybody in 100 days. It takes a while for people to get to the right feel of what is going on. But after 7 years, it's time to talk. It's a bit even late. But my question I'm asking, I mean, when these people went to Julobi demonstration, they should direct it at our representatives, not the president. MPs are supposed to represent us. That's why they are there. They shouldn't think that they came there because among whom facing Obi. They elected you. You are representing 275 constituencies. You've gone there to fight for us, for our comfort or for our progress, development. They missed an opportunity, but it's not too late. When the majority had a press conference, the finance minister said, that was the opportune time. NDC, they should have joined them to have impeached the president and his team. Because seriously, we finance minister, I don't know handle economy. That's a Nema Senate, the president, the Chinese. That was a nice opportunity. We could have used them together. We would have had the numbers. However, you're from Kodem, and I almost saw my dream.
What can you from Kodem? I mean,
but they were called. We all know that they had a press conference. They were over 100 one day.
Yeah.
Then you committee me by Obiayedi. Are they working for the president or working for Ghanaians? Seriously, if we're using the Westminster system, and the president, it should be summoned to the
parliament.
You have
issues with the minority. You have issues with the minority MPs as well.
Well, they missed an opportunity at the time, because that was a crucial. You see, normally, because a starting impeachment process, they will tell you that they won't have the numbers. Fine, but let's use the process. Let's follow due process. And the world is watching Ghana. You see, they think we have lost it. A failure. Yeah, exactly. You go down, the president who was taken through the process. What I say, the state of Ghana right now, I don't see how. Say a certain fine woman be sent a message to me the other day, very prominent person. I see, women don't have breasts anymore and men don't have balls. What does she mean by that? That was in response to my statement. In other words, I'm asking Julobi for say they should direct the heat on our representatives. MPs, they should be told in the face that you owe it to us. They really owe it to us to call that, the leadership, the government, to come and answer for some of these things. Dania Obinam Consufit a Takwa Eba Takradi. Adahoma Dechinye. The road, and this road is part of the Trans-West African Highway from Nigeria to Cote d'Ivoire. It's been on the books forever. Ghana Benin, Togo.
But Uncle Victor, what did you say? Mom Pennyfono was so support enough to us. Because
to who?
Said yeah, Osi Obi Busa or Lady Bibusa said now women don't have breasts, men don't have balls.
Yes.
The few ones are on what the boss feels they don't get the support they need from the senior colleagues like yourself.
You need to direct
and
it.
That's the problem.
You need to direct it where it should go. You direct it to the wrong place, you are missing the boat.
I said the support.
Constitutionally,
the support.
MPs are representatives.
But the support.
Support for who?
Just imagine that Ghana is moving. Then Uncle Victor Smith will show up there.
The next one you see me there. Where? The first one wasn't here. I wasn't in town.
Where?
But with the point I'm trying to make is say, if we direct it at the wrong place, if we direct it at the police, what have you done? The people who are supposed to represent us are those people who are paying monies to stay in parliament. But the other end said they business as usual. I don't see it. Opportunities, but they should call the government. They should stop the government and say, "Mudi here ditch." Say, driver be do ditch. We need to stop him. Now, your kindness as a president own TA, and now the government is not listening. We should stop this country. We should be able to call MPs, young Piketty a parliament. So what I say, Julobi, I don't know the guys, I know Voma now there, but I mean anymore very well. But we sat quietly for too long. I listened to all of you on radio. I listened to other radio stations from sun up to sundown. Yeah, almost was this that so? Seriously, Obi said, "Oh, the president only said the time I saw it, you just leave." So you won't leave. He will not leave us here in Ghana.
have to put an indelible mark.
Seriously, he must answer the questions. Parliament, see that almost say, oh, constitution. They will try to be reading the constitution to use there's no vote of no confidence. There's nothing like that. But there's impeachment. So if I'm impeaching the government or the president, it can bring all these things up.
A higher version of it.
Yeah, Kokwana say into me and Pimpa. You do have for processing them.
Yeah, it's historic.
Oh, and remember, future leaders they wake up. It's time to. It doesn't matter which party. It doesn't matter to me anymore because the state of people's lives. I am mobile. Can
the person say what radio so raise issues about? And let me read this portion. Quote: Our democracy and country in its current state, without much hope for any meaningful recovery in the next 1 year, coupled with threats of unrest and protest, may not survive the heat. Unquote. Kandapaso Kasa Upeso Yeku.
I've directed it at the constitutional body. That's what I'm trying to say. Parliament, they owe it to us. My point is that you have a duty to help this country. If the government is failing, what about you? 275 of you. Minkasa Yenka MPP NDC asem. The me can say, look at the Ghanaians now more representing. If you guys can have a meeting, 275 of you, and summon the president, you must come and answer some questions. Or they decide that let's take him through the process because he's failed us. Listen to what they are saying. Almost fighting for leadership of their party.
Yeah. Listen
to the comments that are coming out. They might say if they are Kennedy or Kennedy. But it's not true. He's indicted the government. Serious indictment. The kind of things he said about Bawumia, he's not even fit to continue as vice president. He has run the government down. The name of suggested Bawumia 10 it says the faults of Bawumia, sins of Bawumia. No, what will be sir?
Yeah.
They talk about
the 5 sins of Bawumia or something.
Brusa.
Or 10. Check.
And then they said things like 1 million, 1 constituency. All those policies are sins. In other words, they were like lies. You told Ghanaians lies. Why do you continue and want to become our president? Kasano enough is not going to work. We need to use our MPs. This is my belief. MPs, they're the constitutional body to represent us. Now, MPs, they have the mandate within the constitution to put pressure on the government, the president, to sit up. Yakasa Bre, I've been to radio stations in the past. If I'm coming out again this time, I think we owe it to the people to speak for the people. Go and see poor people. And I gave an example. I bought food for some people. Me Kwabena, me tore fried rice na there. Emma, boys be among them. Name who's about who did rice no without enam no. Let me say enam no hiva. Why we? That's the election bottom. Let me say what they call here. I see the coffee. And you may if you
don't mean it.
I was sad.
You don't mean it.
Or the chicken has a tissue match in the bottom. No, oh dear, monoza. That is the life. You've impoverished the people. They've lost their dignity. Almost to show leadership. Leadership, no, you show more. Say, you will call her say, who can ban one and so who can sell a quetia. They expect you to do something to help them.
You see, I give it where I have a challenge with your submission. The idea of a MPP and NDC. That we have one more cause problems, no. So one more cause problems, no, that one side. However, Ghanaians are looking up to the next option, and that is where I have the problem.
The correct option now, because the next option, because okay, you're trying to about 2024. Let's say NDC winner, they are the alternative. Yes, sir.
Yes, but the point is, do you think the next option has shown leadership?
Which is the next option? No?
Yes,
the alternative.
Yes, the alternative.
For now, I'm not thinking about 2024.
Yes, for now.
It's the MPs. My emphasis is on our MPs. For now, no, we're not in election period. But they are still keeping those positions and we are paying them. They are representing us.
Anyway.
Until to the home for 1 year, my corona potokra and Sunny Akazi Ekotuaba. You get the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah. If we don't hold our MPs in check and put pressure on them, say, you owe it to the people of this country to deliver us from baby Kwabena. It means take the government to task, because only executive now or implement or come up with policies and or interfere with the financial system and all those funny things they've done. They've messed up this country big time. The kind of money that have passed through their hands. Last time I read about it, that was what? COVID funds in the buyer, 2 billion. Apart from COVID fund, 11 billion from Euro bonds in this period. A revenue from income from oil revenue. So all these things, that's what shed down the cost of Ghana. Nefe Nancy the judgment debt is other account. And so we show me some of us will know the details. We should show me here. One critical problem no.
Oil
no 140 billion. 140 judgment debt no.
Yeah.
Obi time obi and could this
no, this is a very simple. No, Uncle Church
is a very,
no. I don't like. I would want you to please hit it right on the head. A bumpty, and an office, Travgura, and now, Ansah Sembi, and now we are calling a Bosnia. Our position, no one capre, and our calling a Bosnia, and I say, oh, mount. And our bar Ben will be trying to contract him. This is it. It's a bomb tinty, and yet this Hakano. On one new fast, Travgura new fast, no Puma. New fast, I go for no more fast. But what you go on the business? If no, maybe. And what? Say, I can't offer. But yeah, don't you think say a bit? And a bit, there be Pacho. I know them. Travgura no. Omo buy no IPP contract. Omo twem.
And so we are confirmed.
We confirm Akufo do hu ni sa no. On phone say we hold on.
Energy minister MPP for first energy minister no.
Boache
Jako. So a trust statement on that one. Say omo twemu.
Has he?
Oh yeah. He responded to Kwabena
Donko. Yeah.
Also omo twemu cabinet and force them omo twemu. I go for 140 billion. Okay.
All right. But yeah, maybe no me point me say. Yes. At a point in time, when you put me a patch up, it will be BMO. Yeah. Now, a couple says judgment debt to make me ama assets or mine assets I could deal with for way home. At that point, the family can come together and say, look, let's do it because now you be your assets. Yes. Okay, they can come together and do it. You think they cannot come together? They cannot connive and do that. I don't have. I don't. Okay.
When we say Omayama, Obian trust you.
Yeah, no one trust you.
If
you got the now catch me, if you know when I check Ghana for say, if you know the person I'm discussing now, Puma, I don't have his permission. Yeah, but if you know there's bad blood, I know Puma. What must I say? I know him, but me name they are loggerheads. Yeah, me name said they now okay. Unless of course problem. Unless of course they are a very good. Your friend is saying filmmakers. They are making me believe that they are playing their roles very well as actors. But yeah, you see, Obia what me beat a whole political party. They have gone ahead to beat a whole country. They have gone ahead. Ama ene empenifo bi kura near consider them as professors. Aba bonti you say for na beat woman. If that is you are dealing with scammers. What do I say? You are dealing with scammers. Puma and a min Nigeria. However, abusuya ya abusuya. Ya wete se mi nu. No matter how you be kontokwa. You be nyan ko sia kumasi atran ba bia kan asem easily. And no you see Kwabena say ye can enye ono nko as anyway as one being as one being anyway because a company yeah and they have partners and the IPP now they were two of them they got it under John Mahama. Omo ye omo adwuma. Na wo call say wo kosere ni sika. O yere na call say wo kosere ni sika. In fact, asase sem bi wo ho. Wato na asase nyina adi. Na akwa na so ma ho. Enu ani na ba e na wo de abufuo. Mekyerɛw pa mekyerɛw. Na watwam. O ba kyerɛ no enu anya sika yi. Na say no no so say. Anya me na wo kyerɛ me o. Adwen da re ye me. Da bi. Na okɔ court Godfrey Dame. And I'm saying only judges in Ghana. Only judge or Amanone. Or a local champion. Judges cases are winning now is because he knows the judges. And they are bribed. And no appear and you know how to me win the case. What bong? What was winning it trim? Only we won it trim. And so a basano and a ma or mutiminya judgment debt no. It was $170 million. Okay. And as I say, no, I think say omo akoka and almost okay, say forgiveness be crabba and could see 140. And now 600 years, some more interest can. But contract no never worth to say. I have forgotten, but I have the document.
Oh, okay.
I can get it.
Okay. I'm going to our contract no a sum of money involved no offhead.
Debbie.
Because they spent a lot of money preparing the grounds for the IPP to take off.
But listen to Uncle Victor. What the article way on leadership, your current situation, where we stand, parliament involvement. He's not talking about the minority nor the majority.
Yeah.
Say executive failure, parliament should rise up. May have heard people talking about even the speaker. That the speaker is not up to task. Yes, debatable.
Yeah.
I hear it on other radio stations and other platforms they do. But
I don't think it's debatable. It's trite. Trite.
But
he's supposed to up his game.
Anyway, but Uncle Victor, your thoughts.
Uncle Victor there. I'm say or a politician par excellence. I've been a mentee at his blind side.
Yeah.
And I appreciate seeing him.
Say didn't I want to take us out of.
No, I mean and Kwabena say what share from time immemorial. He has behaved so well. Even when he does very control much of controversy, he still opens our thinking caps to reason. And those are the things that help our IQs. And I think say with some of them, we will have a very, very good country.
Thank you.
And really thought-provoking analysis now. Kwabena, he's being very technical. What must I say here? Ghana should go to sleep when we have a parliament. The Ghanaian should not be just the one to prompt the executive's actions. What must I say? Say yato abama mrase bedwafoa. The entire country no. Yen nyina yentimi ko assemble in a place to decide on policies and ase mra. Enti na yato aba say nipa bi nko gina yanem. Se ne be ya se omampani eya asobrachie ana sebi or veer off the road a omo betwe na si kwam. Kwabena is a theory that was propounded by two persons, A.V. Dicey and Baron de Montesquieu. Two policies and two theories. Bakwe separation of powers and Bakwe checks and balances. So the two respectively decided, say, there cannot be a good governance structure without separation of powers.
Yeah.
And we can have a very good structures, say the executive, the three arms of government, work hand in hand without them having check each other. And to do these two things, they work hand in hand. Now, the submission, and you so technical, say, then what was the reason why a Ghanaian sorry and no person me could never be at to Obama MP? MP no, yenya ne son faso.
ampa MP or the Parliament of Ghana, no, it is gradually becoming, in fact, I have said it's a useless body already before, but it is becoming a Trojan horse. They just go take pace and that's it. Almost Kwabena say the mrashe bedwafo begina ho na yebusa say omo constituents kra ho kitahudie no etisen a. I'll give you a very typical example. Oseche Mensa Bonsu, hardly does he go to his constituency.
Yes.
He's the oldest in that parliament.
You are right.
He's the most useless parliamentarian
right.
Ghana has ever had.
Ever.
And do you know why? Do you know why? Till it is because the Ghanaian does not understand why they elect MPs. So adia ho you know or provoke thoughts to reason to get to know why we should not be stressing or be hard on ourselves after having elected members of parliament.
But the Onkrofobu I see hold them responsible.
Yes, because Oko to Abama.
I got you explanation.
What I say Oko to Abama and say Onko di dwuma bi ma wo. Once no ono na willingly was so willing and able say obegyina wa name aye wo somafo. Ena wo say okay me wewo ani obi a wo betimi metimi asoma wa chen nipa we.
Wo ya so man kro.
Ena uko kumasi a obi say aha de wo de adwe begina ho kran odwan me aponchen begina ho kra meto abama no. It is because onim MP nation faso
enti abo akura hope
enti so wo di abo adwan kura kogina wa onim se odwan wo betimi asoma no a ene yeyi a se nko on friend ne ba se kwaku beji ko tontos bre me e ko be frɛ ha odwan me bra na beji ko tontos enti nyan na egu parliament no.
But what is very interesting ni eba politics mu dia na no real free say yes mo odwan enye
what I say, but this is somebody I will catch or say how crowd here. A sense a t-shirt here fenty. Oh yeah, then cry on beto my like Napo said. What must say? Entino ama nipa I wasn't common reason and who say yes suma benyansa for na yes suma bejina na mountain no. Sa nipan onim ne right. Onim ne power. Enu to obi ada no. And I no so I convinced to say yede kutre bakra begina ho a meto ama no enu nti okoto aba onhwe nipa a osoma na obeko. A typical case in point here E11.
Yeah,
me see E11 nti ene Kumasi for MP so muntimi come constituency. I tell you.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Omuntimi nko enko na buka say last week mponu akomo ko bu MPB. Anu kwem so omu de aba ne kwara ni tiro.
Yeah. Omu de kwala no.
What was it? Say Ghana for hu omo etumi a na the Uncle Victor Ken say ye hu say MP and I was so this adwuma we a and can you money be ho krampo na nkeso beti. Whenever you see a group of people demonstrate, it is failure on the part of the executive, legislature and the judiciary. What I say?
Yeah.
And the mistrust. And omo abemu abu, their hands are in despair. And until onim baby I say me family fanfa o nyamie onim baby on fanfa. Until any metiesi kwem. Na ma tinte sukoko. Because the center cannot hold. What I say?
Yeah.
And yes sir, and can me say me wahawa. Any question me ko baby I was say me hwehwe me MP because on there me representative. What I say? It is a for example for me na for dia reho say John Mahama enya nimdie bi say wo say me si for me na nursing training college na me si hospital na sabi yetimi nya an economy kra informina a ebe boa ma the entire economy informina no obi a oton ebro ye beto obi a ye friend say oton apesie ye beto de oton mo ye beto na say aban person obeya na me member of parliament ye independent candidate na say wa ba na so oni MPP for ne bebo a we have to call the attention of that member of parliament to enyoma ekoso a enye what must intika by now no ekono MP no kroti ho no a vote of no confidence on my pass that. What must I say? Who you say, member of parliament? Constituency in Yabetimia can't boom. Constitutionally, I can say a unity.
Really?
Yes! There are so many powers we don't know. An MP can be impeached. I will look for the your friend is Emrano to show you because you can say incapacitated. It's not about say yarin kwa say ontimi nkwa adwuma o. Dabi. Say you're recalcitrant. And I say on heed the plights of the people. It amounts to that. And it's in that broader sense. And I make us say an MP could be impeached. Because Adia Yosman is on Kwanya no ye. Until the whole constituency can come together and say,
you have impeached Adwasafo.
And no crowd in catch.
Abandoning the seats. For that
it
long.
was possible.
And the government did nothing to her. They still paid her.
Yeah, because there is a secret that Omoye Obekentino. Oh, there is a secret.
No, so she's not helping the country.
But they are not helping themselves
I was so surprised that she was away for that long.
Yes.
Member of parliament. What's that back?
But you see the power of the constituents. Oh, and that's how I think we should now up the game. But you have pricked our conscience.
We'll go back to the Americans. Then we might as well wait to 2024.
Yeah, it's possible.
My point is that we will wait. That is the law. But the law also allows us to
exercise
push our
yes.
our MPs, our constitutional bodies.
But Uncle Victor, you see,
the part two of what he said,
okay.
In fact, it's giving me a heartbeat. On where Adewe Makasa, where Akufo-Addo the normal type of president wabedi na okwa kwabra me meba be man pani dachi ebi ana enchemewu if I made boni ache Akufo-Addo because I will be encouraged say
you be emboldened
sa dia Akufo-Addo ye eya de papa e was see etimi ye bibi na yes na ho say na a serve as deterrent to future presidents say you can't be this useless in a country like Ghana and serve a full term without even impeachment
to me.
Without even an attempt for an impeachment.
But the whole issue is that the NDC MPs, the MPP MPs are afraid of Akufo-Addo. Ghanaians generally is Akufo-Addo.
Why?
I mean, it's
is it
evident.
Afraid or
yes?
I think it's too strong.
No, meba.
Afraid?
Meba. Me, from 2008, I've been on Akufo-Addo's case from 2008. How many years now? Obia Shiawa, the first Obusa one said, "Hey, two so bekum." I don't know. No, yes. I hear that. Remember, I hear that now. Okay, I'm from Busa side and out of vacuum or out of nothing. Yeah. Do you think? Yeah, me minimum family, me family. You know my family.
Yeah.
How many times do you go fear Kumasi? Omun raise about our safety. How many times that from Pom Boate Mekaya about his safety? How many times that Matiami do Mekaya about his safety?
It's true.
How many times that Dumelo Ameka about his safety? How many times that Kofi Amoabe Mekaya about his safety?
No,
so yeah. So you know your person like I afraid.
But
Bibi una Ghana from me. I don't know. Me I go for me no. But me nima the crop pot here. Omo hu afa no ho a there is even NDC MPs they are afraid of Akufo-Addo. That is the point.
I don't know about the MPP for there no. But what I can say is that bia se wo kan bibi na se wan sheda an kano kwam papa so a na se correct se wa from emra na na wo fi se bi obey use system no against you.
We don't use the system.
But otherwise seriously speaking, me makachen before and maybe security situation be early part of his administration no. I remember Kabi said the president should be impeached or something like that. Oshia mo asoro bisabi. He asked me.
Really?
Say if there was a young PG Miso Gao, Let me see, and I would just security as a tone from Sans. And you are, you are threatening everybody's livelihood.
No, Uncle Victor, confront you on that.
Oh yeah. You just, okay, no, the SSM. But you're quite sorry, he's tries to be nice to everybody. And I'm saying that Obiang nice to him again. Because the people are tired. Oba first in the day, hey, what quite sorry, reach a Ghana flag since Oba Soja Fafaonia. Nanka for budget so from the beginning. And it's on the decline now.
Says about Obi.
Foreigners or coffee on no one in the year the quarter come. And a soldier for didn't there. My point is that it should tell him that there's something people are not happy about. Try and find out. If you care about your people. I mean, but not all the time, but Oba, the wife is Oba because they know they come. No, seriously. I mean, Alan Chaman took the same as well. Oh, but my position is, if you don't show love to your people, me my example of somebody who has been so impoverished, he loves his dignity, or the chicken at the bottom, or the coffee. I felt this is so horrible. So horrible. One piece chicken, or that tissue at the bottom, or coffee and the that is how bad some people is. They will sunk so low. Now, you can say you make video be 100%. However, see who says Sikan number Sabasa. Obi promise you will be 800 million. Obi say Obi say way say step down. 800 million. Yeah, you've been to World Bank, IMF to give us a bailout. 600 million. First tranche. Second tranche require a case. Now work of promise will be 800 million. No cover free hifa. Mucho sika na moye den. Ebi will be mufie na de kika ho. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Our MPs are sitting there quiet. I have a problem with them. There was a time I raised an issue about them taking bribes. I may call a office of special prosecutor. At that time it was Martin. And then say the letter about MPs take bribe. EMB speaker. And okay, a buffet person started no zobekaya. Also, we all take bribes. A buyer. And they wanted to haul speaker, that time on your speaker, not a majority leader, to privileges.
Yeah, I remember.
Besides, someone bribe or na parliament hall. Committee be able to they will try and put a different name on it, but they still bribe. It's just like what has happened to Akwawe Edubuahin, the current one.
Yeah, we will come on it.
Africa also say any corruption. No one get any corruption. There's a problem. OSPC because you cannot prosecute him. For what reason? And I'm told there's a reason for that one too. I am convinced that there's a problem. Obiama hint, but it will come out later.
I see.
Yeah.
You think oh yeah sure. Oh yeah sure. Oh yeah sure there's a problem or
the problem it has to do with Anas. Anas, ombeso yin enim. But Supreme Court has ruled that so very witness it is yin enim. And almost some person will push that angle And Tinyan teaching the Nkosiaga. We have a problem in this country. Now, you see, I as an individual, I can't fight this fight alone. But I want our MPs to do that. Otherwise, one of these, they don't make court. MPs say, is it not our duty to ask them to work for us? Are we not paying them?
They will tell you we are working.
What we're working? The president is messing up.
The results should tell how much you are working.
Also, the minority will have their say. That's what they
Just your thoughts on this article, quick one.
In fact, before you say, His Excellency Victor Smith, what did you must know? Where ye a near ma a cost one of what you want to make because of so kakra wine a better. You need a voice like his to put this across. Said the beya. I say, you say, and no ma, you say, why would a great pain? Answer, great pain. As some way, I got no be on the can be better, but we are sure so no what can I be quite today. MPs no, yes, I have my reservation on Omunuma Omuye. Answer a raise issue, we say NPP MPs no will raise concerns about the impeachment or resignation of Ken Ofori-Atta. At the end of the day, they made a U-turn. It all boils down to our electoral processes and the constitution that will man. I would say, in such a way, say, part of the former government and all these MPs, almost all these MPs, know they came into parliament with the party as a vehicle, and some of them, were aspirations say, because as serve parliament in the next parliament, and adia bakwa na party no omo ka party no was a party no government na so omo ka na so opposition class omo ka party no wasem ye ne bi wo nkoso party no government ne party na kase mu ni so koye bibi say about the vet ni akwa disqualify. But next in your next seeking re-elections, you face that brand. Women say they will disqualify you. You won't go for be a person mokasa on you be a your document to be a year. Omo MPs are almost ska ho. Almost remi. Main train no munye omo primaries ni.
Omo MPP MPs.
Yes.
Ni sika ho.
O se main train no munye omo.
O here sika no.
Omo MPP omo primaries ni. So when I get the primaries we that's what Okasa Ekufuado of his Canamais is here. I'll be disqualified when vetting. And it's no see a person MPs no. Omo ye Juma by free Oma Kumu Pim. A bit of what they have Omo press up go all out. But on your ready to say Obe end the political career no say Abia as serving as MP no in the next elections. And it's no all out. So I ain't pitching no, I ain't pitching no. The boss said, why could I be in charge of Savet and a quick reference? Oh, money, the referee. The boss or show a bedroom purpose will be no aqua. Don't be disqualified, you'll make a beer, will be disqualified. And to be full, say, as a minor, as a people, no, say, MPs no so bet me go all out. Aye adwuma ama yene. Aye to abane ma omo no na omo nye ma party na. Omo tram as vehicle na. The process of selecting them no should be changed. Say you bet me aye say ebia MPs must not go on ticket of a party. In our constitution, and I say in our electoral process, in the community, no, Obia is an independent, and then you write your Tumawa, then you owe it to the people.
So what should the parties do?
The parties you
we
present.
Have multi-partyism in democracy.
Yes, I do understand. But for the MP to be able to work for us fully, society they can never work for us. Because you face the anger of the party at the end of your tenure when you are seeking re-elections. They will disqualify you. When the MPs will break out, and it is sometimes MPs no, you can blame them to a certain level. They become say also why
because Uncle Victor, they're okay. Sometimes MPs need me 8 minutes dim command that look, this issue, this is what my colleague anyway, this is what we think. But party say, Chairman Stephen Tim say, Chairman Asedun Ketia say, Secretary JFK say, Secretary Fifi Kwete say. So when it comes to that position, and the
can't go further.
So I'm not here. National for Beji. Send your national secretary to Aquaji no more people in July there. Oh, and issue na that no a very broad. Eso.
But they have a duty.
They do.
They do have a duty because
they do.
The people, any chance that the people rise up against the establishment.
They do. But say no. Here's the situation: that their destiny is tied to political parties. Sanke adia ebia obi ye nyina ya be hia wo Mampasantuma constituency. Ye nyina party bia na ni a stande ni ato abama ye ni a use ko. Uduru kwam na wujimi a edi
to help to any party.
Yes, to help.
Yeah, but I don't know hypothetical situation a woman because in our constitution, no, There's the need. I mean, we have multi-partism. We are on a party, and to me, kind of ideal situation at work. The mechanic say, what we have now, let's work with it, and we have our MPs. If we are to avoid a situation where the people will rise up against the political class, the people. When I say the people, in anger and frustration.
And Yamfa both MPP national and this national for executive.
Yes,
we should rise up against them.
Yes, because someone will disqualify MPs.
Yeah, but my position is that no. But then you see, the MPs have the constitutional,
they do.
They do
party every bank. I know they have primaries. Exactly. And we everything about me no something for any what now.
No, but so Odi and Hwamwa, and say so the people must kick them out.
That is what we should preach now.
You get my point. They will kick them out because who could seek is self-seeker. Who compare with the AD.
That's what we should preach now. That's what we should preach now.
We don't belong.
That's what we should preach
now. But
we
have an opportunity. The MPs are there. Forget about President Kufuor and Jubilee House. The MPs are there. Let's push them to do what is right for the people of Ghana. Let's push them.
Great comment here. Maria Adams says, let's ask ourselves why the Son of Man, in reference to Okujeto Ablakwa, left his committee. Yes, I think committee be appointment committee.
Appointments committee.
Yeah. I think he decided to just walk away. Some of the issues okay, so
people will walk away because they don't want to speak too loud. They know something. But almost can't embarrass everybody. It's a sad situation, but you see, I keep saying that when they rise up against the political, when the people get mad at us, we can't dodge politicians. Don't toy with it. One day it won't be in your favor. One day it will not be in your favor. This government should listen. Who say she should listen. You frustrate people and make them miserable. One day they'll rise against you. He should learn. What?
Judy Mensah says, as much as I respect and like Honorable Victor Smith, I would like to ask, where has he been all these years of Akufo-Addo's tenure? We need men as him on the field. Daniel Mensah says, whenever Alice is in the building, I'm rest assured that he will do justice to the matter. All right, so Daniel Mensah watching you live from Kaswa Adam, and let's move on. We have some few comments here. Neil Lati says, I would like to see how powerful Akufo-Addo is when he leaves office and without the army and police officers. And that day will happen unless he commits suicide. Suleya says, but they must try and block all their passports and their travel documents before June 2024. Then no one can get out of the country. All right. So, Lawrence Chairman says, after everything, they will blame COVID-19 for the bad economy. Johnny Fojo says, I'm watching you guys live from Germany, Hamburg. We have Vivian Opon says, now Nana has turned into Ankonam. Okay. David Glee Nate Tokoli, watching us from Maryland in US of A, said Tony Bon says Ghanaians are not afraid of Akufo-Addo, but because of partisan politics. That's why we are entertaining him. All right, so but Ghana can't do that because of their stomach, and I don't know who is engaging Suleya. Kojo Semper Furniture Works says, I'm enjoying this powerful show from Edum Kumase. All right, Chia Edum Fonina. Now, one says, watching you live from Italy. I remember 2012, Italian Prime Minister was trying to borrow money from Russia. When the money got to Italy, they voted him out. Even with money, and they brought in another prime minister. Okay, so that is what he wants to say. Clifton says, please, Bobie, your opinion. Okay, so my name technician is Nakasa. Now, Bryce says, it's very true. Just look at how the minority led the demonstration against the governor. The euphoria. It was so great. Okay. Now, Judy says Sami Jamfi and Co should rekindle the discussions on the royalties report and not allow this failed government to use their communicators to start a new jandam on this Airbus in the election year. Okay, so Ojaba Gabaski says you are on point. Listo Yafra says Bobie Charles Jame has become a savior for this fund management customers, and he needs commendation. Okay, so this one is coming from Yabia. Ebenezer Ben says, good afternoon, Commander, watching you live from France. All right, thank you so much. Kwame also is here. We have Julie Belinda Aubry. This government will account for every single penny armed robbers to bottom for. We have more messages in. Mubetimi send them more dear so about now. No. Okay, so on this OSPA, your friend say Omar issue statement, NDC issue statement on the OSP do Buahin issue, and I think Uncle Victor interest in this story. So quick one, let me read through. And this press release was signed by Sami Jamfi, NDC National Communication Officer. Quick one, let me just read through before. Okay, so we have the statement on your Facebook page. For immediate release, 31st October 2023. The NDC has noted with disgust the report of the Office of Special Prosecutor on investigations into alleged commission of corruption and corruption-related offences involving former Deputy Finance Minister Charles Edubwai. The conclusion of the OSP at paragraph 7.1 of the said report that, quote, though the conduct of Mr. Edubwai amounts to trading in influence or influence peddling, which is closely associated with corruption, there is no actual criminal prohibition of his acts in respect of which the OSP has a mandate to further act, unquote, is totally flawed and misconceived. Okay, so having forensically verified the audio-visual recording adduced by Tiger IPI as a true reflection of the events represented thereon, and having conclusively established that Charles Edubwai indeed demanded a bribe of 20% of the value of the initial investment or an upfront payment of 10% of the value of the proposed investment and post-investment sharing of the proceeds of same from undercover agents of Tiger IPI who were posing as businessmen interested in investing in Ghana. It is totally unacceptable for the OSP to have concluded that Charles Edu is not guilty of a crime. Okay, so for the avoidance of doubt, Charles Edubwai's conduct as captured in the Galamsey Economy, quote, Galamsey Economy in quote, documentary of Tiger IPI clearly amounts to the offense of extortion as provided under Section 247 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 Act 29 as amended, which provides as follows. So it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And this is signed by Sami Jamfi. Uncle Victor, this OSP matter. Now, the NDC National Executives believes it has nothing to do about influence peddling. It has everything to do with extortion.
Well, I agree with them. I mean, whichever way statement don't mean who NDC DNO, a papa in DNO, OSP DNO. He contradicts himself somewhere along the line because
oversee and go through Accra. If you
okay. Because maybe we can make time give Accra, but
okay,
there seems to be some contradiction somewhere because whichever way he looks at it, no, it was corruption. A public officer has been so corrupted. He received it. And what did he call that? Edubwai he said Edebeng. Or say Edebeng.
Or say a kickback, the percentage.
Well, somebody is going to write some articles. I won't sort of preempt the person to but a lawyer is going to write and say the guy contradicted himself. A OSP, no. Now the reason is beyond what has been written. No? It has something to do with Anas. Do you see Anna a Nyantechi case, you know? Anas, you know, say Supreme Court said say if he wants to be a witness.
Yeah.
And Anas also he won't play. So then he's not going to be a witness. And it's in this same case. And that means because Anas in you cannot bring that witness, you know. case no, you drop a case no. So what I say, and in time, no, that statement is going to come about only from a legal opinion on this matter. Only me the come about.
So which means the
position that OSP is trying to avoid that situation where would the witness be quiet? See, only enemy or so only enemy no. Then did you have the witness or you didn't have the witness? No, it's going to be a provoke case. So what I say, there are so many things that have happened, even during Kufuor's time, but not President Kufuor. When the president was Attorney General, so many things. But you know, we all write our books one day, our memoirs on some of these things. My position is that everybody knows that the OSP,
Your Excellency, it's taking you too long.
It's taking me too long.
Too long.
It's taking me too long because
long.
I've had to
Too
work
long.
with people at some levels. There are certain things you can't say. Simple. There are certain
Just
things
do
you
them
can't say.
in quotes.
But
And let's decode
I'm
them.
still writing my memoirs. It's taking me too long to write my
if
memoirs.
you do them in quotes,
But in this particular
with time,
I've
they'll
been
decode.
quiet. You hear somebody say that I've been quiet. I tried to just be quiet. Let other people do some talking. I mean, you don't own Ghana. To be uncanny. But said yeah, Ghana for air corner, air bobo. They be people sending minutes can be then you send Momo. With Momo Biana who send come not just party people. Some other people you've met in your life they are desperate.
Oh yeah. MPP for no. MPP for no.
Why?
Yeah.
Why has the country become like that? Then when you hear about the kind of money they talk about, how can they promise somebody $800 million? Let's assume that he's not lying. But if he's lying, almost Baba come and say something. They are talking huge monies. But we've gone to IMF, cap in hand. They've given us only 600 million. Second tranche because they don't want to do it. What is going on? Why? What is going on? Judgment dead. We are wasting money. Nothing is happening. Roads. Did they not talk about year of roads?
Yeah, they do.
Go and see the road from Enyinem to a friend saying, saying. But there were a Tiwa, there be a Tiwa, Kwabena, Abomosu. Who can say London? Catch it from the junction, so who's the traffic street light, dual carriage going into Kwabena, and then you go on a nice asphalt road, nice bridges to a village, because that's where the president comes from. Go and see that Trans-West African Highway, I put up. So a few days back, people slept on the road. Foreigners going to Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, now when you ask all these things, so where the money passing through our hands? Your money. Government is supposed to pay that money. Where is the money? So when you hear people have money in their homes, under their beds, and what have you, you ask yourself, say, where did we go wrong? Look at all the high rises that are being built in cantonments and the rest. Who do you think are building them? They are connected to the thing. Because the monies cannot go abroad again. The whole world is watching Ghana. Who the fuck airport there? But this was them. And make us like beginning of this year, some important minister, Nigeria Edisika fa I'm a stop war a VIP.
Really?
Yes, stop here, man on for call. Now answer phone calls. Big giant will be for Jubilee as I've ever no call play no more call. This kind of call.
Oh Ghana.
The right time, no you know. Why? What are we going through? You see, people must talk for the other people who cannot talk. We must talk. That is why we are asking the MPs. I don't have that constitution, but I'm just a citizen of Ghana. But if the MPs have been given that a mandate, and then yakwa press conference be, and then no. Would they say you have a ready budget? But here, yakwa counter budget, and I could see you are going backwards. Then we are entering elections next year. And nothing happens. No development happens in Ghana again. Somebody told me this in England when I was High Commissioner. Said, in election year, Ghana, no development happens. No development because people are using the resources to organize themselves to win power. And we spend the whole year wasting the resources. Hey, moment when MPs, they are listening, they should listen well. They owe it to us. They shouldn't think that they are doing us a favor. They owe it to the people of this country to speak to the executives about it. They should speak. I'm not going to talk about the third arm of government yet. One day, almost I say Rebecca. The judiciary. Rebecca.
Yeah.
But for now, MPs, you know, they should be up and doing. They can say whatever they want to say. I am still maintaining. Sometimes we hear some of these things that they take bribes. I say, what? Why should that be the case? So it means you are so corrupt. And it's a criminal offense, isn't it? Being corrupt is a criminal offense. Receiving monies is a criminal offense. Yet still, it goes on. This committee, that committee, we've heard it over the years. And I'm not, you see, I've been stalking. I haven't mentioned NDC, MPP. You know, it cuts both ways. Everybody, you owe it to us. Once you become an MP, you owe it to
at
us.
least executive didn't mean you should be able to do it.
Yeah, that is true. Anthony Eka says the president and the vice in you are speaker no next. Now, if that is the case and you have the constitutional mandate, authority to hold government in check, that's why, yeah, who should go and do it? Well, a soldier should come and remove the government and throw it away. We don't want that. If you bring a soldier, you go backwards. But let the MPs do what they are supposed to do. They can save this country, the MPs.
No, but Victor, the current Yaya Tihui and military government, they
make a choice. Say we've accepted as a constitution to run a democratic, constitutional governance. And I may say one arm seems to be toying with the executive, one arm, which is legislature. So it is your duty, 275 of you. You represent the people of Ghana, not President Akufo-Addo. You were not made MP. You were made because the people in that area know you, and they will accept to use you as their representative. Why do you go and sit there and just be saying yes, Ansah to the executive, to their detriment? I have a problem with that. Kebi and others should join. We should put them on the back burner. They should wake up.
God that says, Bobieta Uncle Victor. Ghana no kwechi dada. Whether military or the current democratic administration. Benelli says the youth should rise up and go to the houses. Those holding the money. That is, illegal. Who go road before you say, oh, ko pesca or where you're crom for. Yeah, you're trespassing. So get it right.
So the MPs should prevent these things. Their actions will prevent this kind of anarchy in our country. So when I say the center cannot hold, they visited anarchy on us. And we're getting close to the edge. Mr. MPs, they should hear it. I sent a copy of this, my message, to the speaker. I've sent a copy to the minority leader. I've sent a copy of this to the chief of staff. They owe it to us,
but
they should stop toying with us.
My response.
No response. It's on my kind. I've seen it.
Question Kibuasi says, well, like Uncle Victor, I've seen it all before. From the revolution to the stable democracy, he's just not talking. He sees something coming, all right? So, Goda says, look at the composure. Okay, so let me Muntaka and Desunye a leader view. Mama Muntaka, all right, so Ibrahim Abdul Karim Jabbar says, Bobie for now, Ghana Konechisa free. Kofi Simon says, look, Uncle Victor, the army will be far better than these armed robbers in government. Finito. Maybe that's my point. What is the difference between a Akufo-Addo and a military regime? What is the difference?
You see, Akufo-Addo is worse. The militaries.
That's it.
But you see, in a democracy like this, say Uma Kwai Masoja ni ebeji aban and ebeka aban gua. It takes us several years back. and it's difficult to.
Rawlings military intervention. Any Akufo-Addo democratic election or winning. But you're doing that take it back.
In fact, Kwabena Unim said and saying
David goes straight.
No. But Akufo-Addo there the Akwaechi dodo. No, or the Akwaechi in terms of you see, Kwabena the Mimi say
Nana.
What I don't want to entertain.
Unim the Uncle Victor Nkrofo super and the military regime. Say onya freedom of expression and freedom of movement.
And also now saying kuditas abenyina no.
Bema Akufo-Addo is visiting these two ideas on us in a
democracy.
Even in a worst form.
So let's get our MPs to work for us.
Yes.
Freedom of expression.
Theirs will be legal. Yours will be illegal, a soldier. What these MPs know, if they fail us, necessary soldier in adventures, they have caused it. They have allowed the thing to degenerate and deteriorate to that level. Ama obi intervention, somebody adventurous basin. But it's avoidable if you do your work well. If you call the executive to order, you must try and do it. Call them to order. Let country stop, and then we will do some thinking about what is going on.
Because Nana, and then maybe so big question. Victor. Maybe so big question say. Boku incident, Garu incident, Now, a Garu indigene, if a terrorist across free any other place, ebe uraho, ebe convincing say, look, your government don't like you. We want to help you fight the government. Near the Ghana Armed Forces, Niko Jinaho, say one also, and can't say, we like you. Join us to fight the terrorists. Omi and wine and a Garuni in Betino.
Obey the foreigner.
Sharp.
The terrorists.
Sharp. Because
look, Kwabena, they have seen much worse things. A year terrorists in nature under a democracy. That's all. And you know, obi a terrorist say obebwana.
Oh, the difference.
Exactly. Yeah,
that is my point.
Yeah.
That is the point I say, yeah, Drew. Because Uncle Victor, if Nkrofo complaining, yes, say, Uncle Victor more time. Yes, oh, you're free big John to your Chineko share. Kwakubakuso, journalist Kasa, near Betchino, and yet today,
democracy
within 1 week, na media for me and a prison.
And well, today, what do you mean today?
And Akufo-Addo, Adomoche, Mensa Thompson. No more decay a sentence or Hinama Buama. Adia Chia, Yakwa Kwashe, a Mensa Thompson, and I don't know better me. What would see me, you jamia, and on Quache Sakut, Quache BNI, or them 2 weeks. Yani Coco Bedo. So, who catch up the military regime? What is the difference between military regime and today?
Between a dictatorship and a democracy.
What is the difference?
What the difference is, they let the soldiers do the job of protecting the sovereignty of our country, the territory. They should keep out terrorists. That is what they should do. Now, the people opted for democracy. Through the constitution, we've accepted our constitution. And an arm of government is not doing what we expect it to do. To checkmate the executive, to hold him accountable. The Ecos Organa, MPs, do something. Because if you don't do it, that's when you keep a room for that kind of adventurism. That's the point we are trying to make. They should understand it in democracy. It's the people of Ghana who voted for the constitution, so we cannot throw it away. It's there. But part of it too, the MPs, a legislature, they have a duty to help make this thing work.
But Your Excellency, when you say ne, say you see a referendum. Now, you say Ghana need vote between democracy and something else, they will go for the something else.
But if they don't know there's something else, how would you go for
No, they will go for it.
Which is the something else in this?
They don't know. There's something else.
If you don't know what
Regardless, they will go for it.
No, but you see,
because you see what has become the examples of democracy in this country, especially what Akufo-Addo is typifying. It's terrible.
I still maintain that if you get the MPs to do the right thing, to hold the president in check, we won't need to go for something else. Seriously. I mean, that's the kind of peace we want. Hold him accountable. No leader should come and walk all over us. We will not allow that one. But our MPs have the mandate to do that for us. 275 as opposed to 30 million people. And we shouldn't wait, or they shouldn't wait for the 30 million people to rise up. Now, when they do, Aboyenia will spoil the country. So it shouldn't come to that. We need them to sit down and think. Think. Stop this business as usual business. You should stop it. You've talked about this since the last 7 years, or in fact after 2020. Not one day will be radio. The government has been torn into pieces. Atemdidie, President Akufo-Addo mean who president be doing attempts harder? Why should it come to that? Even if he's not doing well, he's still the president of the country. Now, our president of our country is being taken down like that
because he's insulting us.
I send a message to Chief of Staff. Who tell me the president attempts are?
Because he's insulting us.
Do something.
Who said that somewhere? No, because Ombu Chief of Staff.
Yeah, but you see,
no. Here's the situation, Uncle Victor. Ono man etifi. Ufra bon timba. Daddy, if I show Lantino and I catch you say a crazy name. Now I am so real crazy ni mom from kwasi asem nkoda.
Okay, why?
Hold on. Hold on.
I want to NDC.
Is it not an insult?
Oh no, can I also want to
no, is it not an insult?
I know I also want to mammy.
Also Omusa will say for Unsabetu Abamano. You see, a chino can you santifo. Right? You are insulting the people who voted for you that you are stupid to vote for me.
One can say
do it to a man no one can say yeah, one or Matifina can say yeah, and then I have someone can No. You see, Uncle Victor, there is a problem but we are facing now. And we need to deal with it.
That's what I'm telling you.
I respectfully disagree with you that he's the most vilified.
And who else?
Look, I don't mean Mahama.
No. This is the upper Mahama dear home.
No. Akufo-Addo there, he's a walking insult. He's insulting himself. No, but he and what he's done to Mahama males. Look, Obi Otimi organized it for the first time. No, you as a former Your Excellency, is it right, sir? Akufo-Addo betimi organize party boys. Say go and hoot at or go and boo at your president in another country. He caused that to happen. We are the
I was there.
Akufo-Addo ye the man to 4 block cry. Ono the 10 cry. Look, Akufo-Addo. Look, there was here the no. He has been the worst of all examples. And He has been the worst of all examples. Let me ask you. No, you see, Adi Akufo-Addo they are here Ghana for any your presidents no. They are there no. Yeah, they are 10 cry. No, we have to let him know, sir. Mahama was a president too.
Ada already Gabi article on Atamels describing Atamels as a poodle. How did you feel?
It was horrible.
Now Atamels mpacho wadarumo or runguku.
Debbie. We condemned.
So the family enjoyed it.
No, we condemned.
Did Akufo-Addo condemn?
No, you didn't. But I know that we all condemn.
No. The question is, Akufo-Addo, if the family, omo condemn me, omo bani say, yankasa nchire penisa.
And the baby, can them come the meaning.
No, he Akufo-Addo called Professor Mills, Professor Doolittle. Has he any type of Professor Mills is like?
say omudi Mahama attempt to manage
no, Mahama didn't deserve it. Akufo-Addo, he deserves it. Mahama, he was up to his task. But you do nothing and you expect us to do something? Look, Akufo-Addo, they are channel more. Look, his uselessness is legendary. Akufo-Addo, look, to whom much is given. Look. Oh, at least they name Ghana and they say, Openidia, you have to reason to make lives better for Moframa. Akufo-Addo go school free to invest you. Mo school invest in near Mamo Jot. Ya mom BBA free. Ya pa mo chokra se mo sua de man. Ne nya future leaders wo man we mu. Akufo-Addo no time o. So if we kra want me am better no kra na at least do something. But you have all the resources at your disposal. You mess up. You have weakened everything. You have destroyed all the institutions. You have privatized everything. Public. And you want me to hell worship such a person?
No.
Why is he a thing God?
No.
If a president is a useless president, tell him in his face.
Yes.
Very useless.
It's the image of the country.
No, the image must
be hold it brief kakra.
No, if you do that, you know what you are doing? You are inculcating a very bad habit in us. Not to speak truth to power.
We must.
No, because Ebasana, you think say because of the Akonyana or Tisunintino, we must not rebuke him.
Atem the debut or are different from rebuking.
No, Atem the day no.
A rep could be a mayor or some video you say Akufo-Addo you would diagro when you serious president. Meaning who has a Atem the day.
Yeah.
But I can't no and say
yes.
When you serious, when you would diagro, kind of only would diagro. It's a serious talk to somebody like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I really like that particular expression. But Atem the day be
it's the same. Yeah. One time, John Kuma on Asempa FM, those days, when you and I, we started at our Pyramid House, John Kuma, you sue statement be, Emma, the late Mills, a Korea police station cry. Emma, make catch a minute, Neko be Fiagbanane studio. Emma, make catch a John Kuma said, John, Adewe obi di be ye Akufo-Addo dabi. Time and this for issue statement no. Akufo-Addo issue statement to support John Kuma. I can't repeat that thing here, but I have that tape with me. Mean to me mompo because nipa no wu. Akufo-Addo issue statement to support John Kuma. That Adebia John Kuma akafa atamios bia ene anka to ahoy no bia no e sanity.
The true reflection of
yes. They did it.
Almost say you know they brought it
so you see
nobody has
and did you and me bo say me sorry anopa na me tie sa tape no na me si abonten na me nya microphone na me hwe de wo ye ya tama John Kuma kasa akere atamios no na atamios esi atoabo gas which is sustaining the whole country. Even that one today, you can't manage it. Now, what would you want to me tell us tape na me see about na me say come microphone.
She dey omunya fi mu.
Then who say me nka dey na enchero. Me mom rane. There be me mom rane say na nya nkwada. Me mom rane.
Be nka because bia wada montuo enkoye. Wa mbomode amagana. What the Ghana for me ambo?
Okay. 7
years down the lane. I can't 1 year. I'm not give up already. Oh, and the business say, what can change to better Ghana in 1 year? It won't happen. It's not going to happen. So we should stop the destruction by taking on the constitutional body, parliament. Oh, now hold on.
If that fails, where do we go?
Well, if it fails, if they fail us, let me put it this way, and the people rise against the establishment, well. And then you'll be no kind, you'll be no red.
Yeah, but there's so much under the system.
I'm a politician. I said I'm going to show me home. No, but some people just
you can be a victim.
Politicians.
Yeah, you can be a victim.
And then
if you look
cut
at
both ways, they don't care.
Sri Lanka, you can be a victim. And this I agree, but we observe. Quick one on the OSP and Dubai. Quick one. There were other two stories near him.
I for the first time would believe say Miaminua Kisia Jabe. He has to revise his notes. Wanya dear cry. wanye ni ye kura wantro ni ye kura Kwabena I know person much say corruption doesn't have a definition but corruption has a definition and anything that leads to corruption it's corruption comes in so many forms. Say even me appointed me and Kasati say Kufado. He is corrupt to have appointed Jakroma. Unqualified.
Oman appointment letter.
And I said unqualified Oman appointment letter. Aptitude test were fairly. BBA were fairly. Only certificate. BIA or they qualified to be there. It's a better than one certificate. Your friend is a appointment letter.
Patrol, Uncle Victor, can you imagine, say, a president, a year or so believe in rule of law, or yet the na neba, etimiya nantiako creative arts. Only say at the act about creative arts, I know agency. Nebana nantikoho. Ako occupy the office. Only appointment letter. Obi anim salary awaji. Obi anim allowances. Obi anim the job description. And wajina omu website or do one company, private company logo at all. And or run as I'm speaking to you now, Jankroma, without an appointment letter on behalf of Ghana government, assign a year contract on behalf of Creative Arts with France 500,000 euros. Yom de baba ya your friend say Creative Arts project. Me pacho. Adewe pa wa my bay Jankoma.
Is it true?
Yes, he's there. Jankoma is sitting there. She's there.
No appointment.
No, only any appointment. Creative Arts for say how can somebody run our business and this person don't even have an appointment? We don't know who appointed her. The years were Babaji office and illegally signing contracts on behalf of Ghana. Chief, what say? Sadia way, say Ghana Niakola where we SHS square who none any bosso. That's a president at me tradia way who for years and a bar and yes, Ansah. I didn't any panini rises who did not have what Jimmy Pa.
The man has him say Creative Arts.
He's there.
When did she move there? Is it the
2020? She was part of the Creative Arts board. They are now a agency
since the father became
president.
Ottawa, she's been there.
If yes, I did wait Ghana and Yakwala.
John Mahamesi.
Who be that our Ghana Bakosemu.
These were the people who were insulting John as being the most incompetent president, and then a manafa. Your friends shops nina.
Who be that even Rollins military. Say Rollins ba. Say Rollins ba. Papa, you work with Rollins. Rollins the airplane. A more time. Zanento. I didn't know Kwakuba Nanado and country Rollins and Ghana.
State property. And what they say Zenato how to
I didn't know one lie. What is the meaning of jacuzzi? What is the meaning of
jacuzzi?
Uncle Victor, what is the meaning of jacuzzi?
I'm not on their way.
Yo, but that time,
I just say,
that is what we had. Typical UP boy that time. Atem the day be omudimu bi ayete. Omu ka kire ese yakwa abonti ayen kan kire mo.
You know the
and so when you never do na me weigh the two sins. Say ade we ya yes Rollins no ye. Ade we ya me nuan man kan fo yi die. No. Anyway, yeah we sorry.
Me Kwabena me a friend is saying me kind OSP we na or say or they who Charles adubu ahen ho te said the onye bone da no OSP o yama me sa esifom and be ana ye can say ana obedient say agro. I know you have pressure be a war so omon person obey adwuma. And sometimes o come on to grandpa ye bebu nyansafo. What I say, it's better to be silent than to talk now. I feel be say oh kasanye. Sometimes it gives you a better image when you are not even. You can even stay in the office without doing anything. But to bring us this garbage, this is bad. It means you are not defining what corruption is. So what is corruption related? Someone goes to take a bribe, a money that they call it shopping money, $40,000. And the person takes the money to want to execute something. The office the person occupies is not a private office.
Deputy Minister.
Yes, Deputy Minister for Finance. And you want to describe it as influence peddling. Oh, I mean sometimes no. Kisi Sebi. Eye brofo. Enye so your lawyer na onim nyansa chen obia. Bibia mu ye bia ye brofo. Obia wako school bia sebi ene tibon koso kra onim how to read and write. Ekufa do krampo etimi eso your lawyer. How much here ya school? Echen no. No, and then kola ko school chen and penifo na mo edi esu ni bebre. Kisi. A whole law lecturer. How does this qualify for your friends influence peddling? Oh, okay, or influencing why? So it's better. You see, baby, a son of Kran say, so can influence peddling crana on what your friend is saying basis. And now, Kiseja being echo ma La Bianca, Sicano. Was it not on influence peddling?
No, but no, what is
40,000? No,
yeah. Who's the peddling?
And Grandma, who they me? I don't see the head. What is car?
Who's the peddling the influence?
What must I say?
Me saying you, this is not over yet.
Oh,
but Paso, what is the difference between influence peddling and corruption?
No, you see, it's even. Okay.
So David, you don't kind of
who's peddling the influence?
So influence peddling, it's a form of corruption. It's a form of corruption. What must and sometimes I don't understand why some people would want to be very rhetorical and semantic. I mean, no mu di Jimmy ba kwa be fam na ase bibia. Oh, enye he's a fine gentleman, Paul. And yes, I know. Oh, so for how long? And Albema Ebusia Bakwa say within we ubenyini. It's like and you refita to say His Excellency Shete Sheni. Odiema oil kitu ebi nsomu. We won't see the white in the BMO oil no pet. Oh, so you are putting dents on your indelible marks on your image.
Maybe a Jabeno so maybe our idea. Can it be that always somebody is?
Oh no, yes, I are saying no crano. Just say because me the Jaben that I know, he won't fall for some of these things.
If he has to prosecute, he has to bring the witness.
Oh,
who is the witness?
So then why don't you write?
Who is the witness?
Anas.
Also, you name Supreme Court says you also.
So just write it as it is.
I won't be a witness.
Oh, it's better to write it as it is.
Exactly.
And tell the public, I would have prosecuted, but the witness who is in this case, no, also won you name.
And court also won you anymore. So
it settles it.
No, Bianca said this is where the problem is coming from.
Maybe you would have done something, but for Ansah won you name, you would have done something. But someone is now be say yeah. Oh, and you know me. Sometimes what we call insult, I understand things that are deeper things that are more insulting than telling Obi so ekwase now ya aboa. Oh, when you want to toy with my intelligence, it's like what Kusia Jabe has done. It's insulting to the country.
So I'm waiting to hear.
It's like telling me, sir, I don't understand your language.
Into what trick me?
So you want to trick me with influence peddling when it's corruption? It's insulting.
If you look at my statement, I wrote somewhere that they try to confuse the people with some legality.
Yes.
That they don't understand.
Yes.
That's what they do.
It's wrong.
They intimidate people. They do all manner of things down there.
It's wrong. It's wrong. And so, Kisi, come again.
Yeah, but let me quote what His Excellency Victor Smith wrote. I think. Okay, so I quote.
Okay.
That's a portion of the article.
Okay.
I believe Ghanaians have been cowed into submission with legalities that they don't really understand.
That's true.
The bold ones in society must rise to
save
the
Ghana
occasion.
now.
Unquote. This is what.
Excellent.
I think I'm okay. I be first say
his article is very short but very pregnant. Very pregnant.
Maybe now you do boy hindi.
Yeah.
What says the influence? Just say yeah, true to semantics. You done. I don't see a colors.
That is why I asked. What is the difference between influence peddling and corruption?
My point, Kwan, is more to the point is where Kisi Jabeno and Kasa on influence peddling. One man la Bianca Tracy car or the Omani car. Let's just say he's still guilty of an offense.
La Bianca.
Okay, so La Bianca
maybe. La Bianca Diano. What tria fem, what trinoma fem, when tria duty, when tria also tria. And now Ubi aquatine to. I'm a special prosecutor said, Mammy, what trinoma fem.
So is anybody informant?
And now informant nakwaye. What petition ama or more I investigate.
Yes, so he's an informant.
Now he said Jabe say La Bianca was able to just say when tria duty no and there was so training in BT system no because or you soon influence peddling skills into no sika na was so tria when train nyina no ya charging is onku tria into no let's just influence peddling no or no etimi catch us say when tria says sika na would influence entina when tria says sika no wotimi say charge ma okotria de a aden na dubu ahenkwa de dru ne so no influence peddling no you living off the hook to get away with murder.
One sika no
sika no wanye $40,000 no wanye
influence peddling.
Into Kesia Jabe is trying to tell me that Charles Edubuain influence peddling him. He's been influenced. He has influenced peddled him.
Anyway, Charles, quick one on this matter. Ibrahim.
Sir, we consider the timing of this report ever out. The people who were associated with these corruption allegation at this late hour Baumia go through primaries na oba be clear edubua heni ade na me feel say a calculated thing be na oye sana me hu no so I calculate to I think say to make some peace between Baumia the government and the side Dubois here and said they be Dubois and the support be supported by Baumia said that the move for because of the timing now or they clear now. I say he's in the rush to do this. And also right time now, I say he's in the rush to do it.
Government
no. So anything move it is something our resentment towards because I would say what a vice president did say or the command near the didn't change no him
40,000
and almost election. But we also because almost election on Saturday
because people will use it against him.
I get.
So what they say? So they are trying to whitewash Baumia.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, because a yes, I was a Baumia corruption case. A yes, because Charles Dubois here body.
Yeah.
And Matisse by Wednesday, Thursday, a mono issue no so on back clear in the office for no.
So what I say? And it's no, I'm opening time at your clan. Because as we okay, as you semi prayers, as a special prosecutor, you say free the trim.
And I say God the train of saying.
The timing no into the more force and say, Charlie, clear this guy.
Because Kwabena, say me share send Kisia Bena. Now me share send Gabi Abona. Gabi wrote it for him to sign.
In fact, we say Gabi was bread.
Ade, me did say.
He
failed his exams.
Ade, the people go for Ade. I was friend.
Me did say
Gabi friend. Wa bread.
Who did say Kisi na dan for plan Gabi?
Yes.
Entino.
Kisi no na ye na dia mama Gabi.
Gabi, wait no. Because
Gabi would never take part in this.
Kisi Jabe. Wada kra na so ontro side we ya.
I can tell you,
I smell
for sure, say, Gabi would never get himself involved in this.
Maybe I'll consult.
Anybody I can see, but Gabi would not do that. Anyway, I'll be back live on a cry 100.5 from Charles, me ba Ibrahim Mahama, and various issues also with this flooding and all that. I'll be back.
Because we are going to implement something different, something new.
Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules as well. And man, me na koko yadie. Sisi yadie. Amamanya yem timotete womono. Yedrono no. Manumbi. Amama deme hon. Give us core capsules. Mrs. Moye ding. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh yeah. Hey, give us no. Amen. Nijia bebusiemu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. And ni give us core capsules bomu nom dia. Na enijia ni ahwode no. Wabrudo. Give us P capsules. And men what if you do what you do cronkwan efa. Give us core capsules. A painful about one more menu for an inquada when if you do me nunca home. I will draw to beer motophone. Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 460 and 050-68-51135.
FD Ashusha sa ejedi enkrato imu aja to muse eye. Usika se menko yana. Quick credit sia se sika pe ennafo. Intina ya basa ye be churcha wo yam bosia bon hye ye ho. Wutumi babosia edifi aso ye fee 1500 Ghana cedis edeko. Na ne wo hia ne wo national ID card. Wo hia se wo betu susu. Wo hia awowa ye ngiseke bia nto ho. Wo nsanso hia se wo ne yembe buye futuo bia. Quick credit wo homao. Say ye dwa na wo pese wudi. Ana wo pese wo hye ejuma foforo ase. Ana say ye school fees. Ana po eyeye. Wo sumi ejuma ye fo nso ye wo bi mamo. Na mom kai say ye mobosua wo internet so. Afen so on mantika krobia batan. Bank of Ghana nsa wo dwumedie yimu. Enti tutumri kana freyen wo 0302 200 390. Ana 0596 920 833. Quick credits, London made simple. Kai said, Media yin shishaye kakra wo ho.
Hey! When we send your police in here, draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and young offense swabek.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and your ready pediatric Musamaya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system Nabribia. Ya Yentimu. Say, dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance yes, and Yarua who ran Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarua Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a whole car. No, Yamwa suing in no, a way who buy every home. And now one pa, one Yarwana dada, no monum doctor in Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and more who are deep in tea. Ya womuntim pose, Yaria Esomo. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kaisi, and you are may move Bia Yato in row, at to 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Cratui, what Jatu say, ye.
Ago Ghana for media some dabremo. Sisia de will sit down ya. Any coins over who cry. Ansah Alu Africa. We got you covered. Alu Africa. ɛyɛ adwumakuo kɛse a ɛbɔ ne nkyɛnse papa adi kuru dan so ɛne trusses a Ghana ha ɛne wiase afa na nyinaa yɛn ne yɛlidie yɛn ɛne ɛtɔpo Alu Africa ɛwɔ abakwasɛm adi mu ɛba no roofing sheet ɛne trusses sɛ ɛyɛ papa nko adeɛ a ɛyɛ hɔnom ɛna ɔbɛnya pa ɛyɛ quality sanso yɛ affordable bedroom fishie aduonu nie ɛdan yɛ aburo 2 million ɛna Alu Africa ekuru so. What a news! Yanjansi edi kru danso no. Niamani dimu ne se emu odu. Na bani diswo. Fiti 0.35 mm. Eko si 0.5 mm. 0.35. Eko si 0.5. Alu Africa Trusses so. Emu odu. Na erenji fi 0.55. Eko si 1.15. Enti enya afi na wudi dua kokru wudanso a. Very nachi. Amfoti eberie. Alu Africa Trusses no. Amfoti entimere. Ere nachi. Eye good for all weather conditions. Ne buaso da for mwankasa. So beto dua pa de enkato Alu Africa Trusses. Na bokwaye bretu no hobai. Alu Africa products ni nyina so yema 40 years warranty. Emfishie duanai warranty. Hwehwe Alu Africa. E was Spinters kwai na so. Yene MTN office no. Ana di nhwani mu. Ana say frɛ 0574 286292. Se wudu takra de so a ye branch ni bi wo ho. Frɛ ye 0545 446852. Na edwumaku bia. Wo pese wo beto Alu Africa kwal ni bi no. Wobetimi walk in to your branch bia. Ye beton dia ma wo mo. Na wode akodi dwumadie bia. Alu Africa, building made a sight and CNGC Cartadio. Yeah! Near here, say, Ubebo star 413 house. I will MTN peso. I'm going to move on. No one's that come what said ye. I CMGC Cartadio promotion. Yeah! I feel yes, you better do. Some person when you CMGC Cartadio beer and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. I will MTN so. Step 2, choose a FM. Now, dear, the prompt in it. Esua wusu sikamu nyina ebe kwa na wie yama. Sika chadia promotion eye cash in and win big promotion. When you idea wasa ye win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shaniswo dudu bia wo taxi e dia ko star 413 hash no. E never more akwanya say umedi nkunim. Our CNG Sika chadia promotion so. Eye cashback from Class Media Group. Kai huna say sa dwumadie we and share da ho. The National Lottery Authority ewo Caritas Lottery Platform and ebo echidom. Wonya mfisha dun wotwe ekwa. Wonka dwumadie ho. CNGC Kachadio.
Yeah! Yes, the incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Also, Chobi Biara, Orite, the Mankratu. Magana, and Shagana Yibiara, Osia Pensis, Ronnie Change, Free SHSia, Waya Bassa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Sir Bashabakina, as a private school string, Baka Free SHS, and Minianama magazine, Kokompe. In the spare parts of the Waya Zanama, one to Monto. Importers once to your day. Kranzamanaba Porter, one to me, you want Zama. Debiara petroleum products, what to minty. My transport first, no boy, cost. And the abandonment paying for a catch and a day. Party here, it's a Kukudama, Burning one Ankasana warrior Galam Sin. And the health insurance in Yajma Peel, electricity, water, surround no conti and tunes. And you know, bring here them and you never push His Excellency Dramani Mahama. I'm a change. I hear 2024. NDC, Amaya Corners, the fundraising platform at Waswatun Eyi Kakra as was a good governance card. Ahro Abobaze. Standard, silver, prestige, platinum, loyalty, gold, on your bronze. Kada Ruina, Mawan was able to Mawaso Aji. Amabusumbiara, Afado, a contributors are His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the campaign. And one Samabisa, 0277 321528 and now 050 455 9098 and now 0534 000261 and now 0534 004275 and able to visit your website www.ndcspecial.com. Next to my donations, I'm a match in my card. Now, so she was say, a changer, or say a niche, can call when you see, oh, yeah, was a Bragan and Yibia. NDC, yes.
Hey, say the Mako who ever Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me who crave you me. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eya word best. Obia transe Emma Dumpem ya de. Kase anase mo boya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Asa nyarwan te se. Ne ekuro etu no. Ne enkan ewana num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ama me kase ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romenti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultramodern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sa. Asoshe di pedie ni mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe. Ghana for media sem dabremo. Sisi ade wo sidan ya. Any coin so over kra. Ansah Alu Africa. We got you covered. Alu Africa. Eye dwumako kese a eba ne nkyɛnse papa edi kru da so any trusses a Ghana ha any wiase afa na nyina yen ye lidie yen ane topo Alu Africa ewa abakwasam edimu eba no roofing sheet any trusses say ye papa nko ade a eye honom ena obenya pa ye quality sanso ya affordable bedroom frishie aduonu nie edan ye buru 2 million ena Alu Africa ekru so. What a news! Yen chance ye di kru dance no. Ni amani dimu ne se emu odu. Ne bani diswo ni diswo. Fiti 0.35 mm. Eko si 0.5 mm. 0.35. Eko si 0.5. Alu Africa Trust so. Emu odu. Na range fi 0.55. Eko si 1.15. Enti enya fe na wudi dua kokru wuda so a very nache. Emfotie berie. Alu Africa Trust no. Emfotie ntimere. Enre nache. Eye good for all weather conditions. Ne boaso da for mo ankasa. So beto dua pa de enkato Alu Africa Trust. Na bokwaye bretu no ho ban. Alu Africa products ni nyina so yema 40 years warranty. Emfrishie duanan warranty. Hwehwe Alu Africa. E was Spinters kwan so. Yene MTN office no. Ana di nhwani mu. Ana say frɛ 0574 286292. Se wudu takra de so a ye branch ni bi wo ho. Frɛ 0545 446852. Na edumeku bia. Wo pese wo beto Alu Africa kwal ni bi no. Wobetimi walk in to your branch bia. Ye beton dia ma wo mo. Na wode akodi dwumadie bia. Alu Africa, building made exciting.
Feel every taste, never spread. Top chocolate spread. Every day, it's our drink. Top chocolate instant mix. It's 3 in 1, and tasty too. Made just for you and I. Top chocolate, it's chocolate, it's chocolate.
Top chocolate spread. So when you be devour bread anymore, I'm gonna come and say, now Top Choco instant mixed chocolate drink in swear, and you 3 in 1. Edge at 2 phone friend 0551 033 033. Top Choco, it's chocolatey. FDA, Aji, a jet yen crutch way at you.
Hey, Kwabena. Hey, and Mano Siden cry. Tabia takum, where ye a member you don't know, a me and Yahu day, and Yahu ye, I am member, and nothing a band may be a here below, and to 4 any out of 4, and you'll be a petty to Tombia, and chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, and herbal shops beer. I was gonna handle beer, and not say fraying. I was 0243 686861, and 0245 749206. Sanka to FDA for Jatu, Kaise, Tabia Takum, Bema Bia Takum.
Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
Yes, the incoming president, His His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Also Chobi Biara Orite Damenkratu. Magana yen Eshagana Yibiara Osia Pensis. Ronyi si change. Free SHSia Wage Basa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sorry Bashebekina. As a private school sitting now Baka free SHS no. Minyanema wo magazine yiko kompe. In the spare parts no buy Yazanama won tumonto. Importers once so ye there. Kranza maneba porter. Won to me you one zama. Debiara petroleum products what to minty. Wama transport first no bo akoso. And the abandon paying for a catch record a day. Party here sika. It's a kukudama wo abandon one ankasana warrior galam saying. In the health insurance in Yajma bill. Electricity water bill. Surround no conti and tumunti. And you know bring here them and you never push his excellency. Dramani Mahama. I'm a change I hear 2024 I'm a NDC Amaya Corners the fundraising platform at Wasubutun Eyi Kakra Ezab was a good governance card Ahro Abobaze Standard Silver Prestige Platinum Loyalty Gold on your bronze card Ruinina Mawan Hosebo Tuma also Aje Amabusumbiara Afado a contributors are His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne campaign Ebewan Semebisa 0277 321528 and now 050 455 9098 and now 0534 000261 and now 0534 004275 and able to visit your website www.ndcspecial.com. Next to my donations I'm a match a card the down. Now so you say a changer or say any change can call when you see on ye also Babragan and Yibia NDC yes
CMGC Cartadio. Yeah! Near here, say, Uber star 413 house. I will MTN peso. I want to move on. I want Zaka what's a dear. I CMGC Cartadio promotion. Yeah! I feel yes, you better do. Some person when you see CMGC Cartadio beer and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. I will MTN so. Step 2, choose Accra FM. Now, dear, the prompt in it. And so I will so as he coming in now. Ever quite a year yamau. Sikacha dear promotion. A cash in and win big promotion. When you are dear, what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, don't be our taxi. And you cost star 413 hash and never more when you say, Kunim, our CNG Sikacha dear promotion or so. A cash bag from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedia Way. And she shared the home. The National Lottery Authority. Our Caritas Lottery Platform. And a boy chidom. Unyam Fisher don't watch it airqua. One card Jumedia home. CMGC Cartadio. Yeah!
Wabatele Accra FM. Yeah, mommy.
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Give us a bar center. And a day a year, give us power capsules, abba, give us cool capsules, and give us a herbal mixture, aba, and give us eyes. In so we have from 05068 51135. Quick one, members, Yanti went through Uncle Victor. Yeah, flooding, where your mom made a flood disaster, man-made disaster. And we are looking at the Ibrahim factor. John Mahama started the crusade from a year Kita Okoho. And Oma Ewiase said, look, what is happening? Ehu. Then also a man for our Mako. But the Ibrahim factor in all this. Then the idea of moving Omomunya Bebina to Sagleme. Because voter regime for Nibia requested. Say Omunkro for Munya Bebina no. So Mbenya Bebia Momwa Dawa Saglema. Enka Omoni Bejon. Pacho, Yantu Elim.
Any a government decision was on Meko Saglemena. But the fact of the matter, the first thing I can say a man made Min Cheddar and Tiasie because I don't know if VR for Jatum say they made a mistake. Their judgment.
Yeah.
As to when to open the spillways and somebody told them not to or whatever. Because I mean other information there because they're not sure how much rain will come. Jomuko be too sooner. Let's say drop. These were some of the considerations. That's what I heard. I don't know how far it's true.
But
VRA hasn't spoken
Yeah.
clearly as to why.
But they have
did it
agreed,
late.
sir. They have agreed, sir. Omo ene koka kyerɛ nkurɔfoɔ no sɛ biribi saa ɛɛba. Omo tete victims.
koka kyerɛ wɔn.
Yeah, they told them.
Sɛ ɔmo yɛ de ɔmo mfiri hɔ.
Omo mfiri hɔ. Now, question will be able to say, even in decongestion, what do you try Bermuda? When you go on the street to tell the people move, you move them to a marketplace. So you went there, you told the people move.
You have to move to a higher ground somewhere. Away from disaster.
Yeah, and those areas you do okra on kind of mother. And then what is higher ground? When mother crop.
And instead of me come bro, and then a tree there better walk.
So more exercise no. Oh, yasramo. Bibi say besi Dover for no monko agric.
I know mo can say monko.
Omo nye bibi asa, viara nye bibi asa.
No, because I say almost say.
No, we just a move. We are saying so. They just went there move
without making provision as to where they should move to.
Where they should move to.
That.
No, I'm quite concerned. Say, Obi said deputy managing director of VRA engineering. Onune Juma, and as I say, when to open the spillways, no, and to open it at the right time, looking at the meteo and then other considerations, no baby, and then also a dredging of the Volta River, no, so that it can take more water without spilling over into people's homes, and then the bit that goes into the sea at that dam. But they haven't come back to say no cry. Whatever happened, no, like you are saying, no, if we saw trouble, and they saw it, says someone be a bit budam no, a budam now, and then I say Ghana, then they could do some hydroelectric dam no. And they had to quickly open all the spillways, then rush out, and of course the attendant displacement and everything. So they didn't prepare for it, and they know. Say we see dama. Those are the considerations. Time you see dam no. So many people are displaced. So back our settlement, VRA settlement, baby war. We call even Adoso Echiro, yeah. And in Diakra war in Sunasi, very high trees as I mean, question in Sunasi, basic hostel. And they become very hard. Until they say, with the boat in them, so they have to guide you. Now, with all these things, our history should tell you that you act in time, on time, to avert a disaster. The Abano, they are mercy, say nipe and I would tell you so far. Until it takes a while. And I be into who say Abano, they just say, I'm for movie, they have nowhere to go to. And then they have to start relief items there for how long?
Can we provide? I
have been there. I went there with Ibrahim.
Okay.
The first lot here, the quiet.
Oh, great.
And in Shona, I didn't go on the boat. Ibrahim went with the soldiers in Adiano. And he was like, in Shona, I said there are cops. In Kano. Also, really? I don't think you will be a very normal. Seriously. In Shona, there be poultry farms. You can imagine what sort of water carcasses they float about. Oh, I mean, when they found it a bit late, according to them, no, when they saw it,
it has caused some people great loss too.
Oh, yeah, and then they have nowhere to go to.
Poultry farm, that's it.
The areas is here, you more mattress, you more rice, you more oil, tuna. The aubergine there, and not China, but a bit stage, you know. The insurance started to say recede. In fact, Ibrahim went ahead and used excavators. To try and dredge the water among engineers look of you're dredging back in free baby quite man 14. Of course, would dredge formula soft 2 months, but it will take a while. So seriously, they have nowhere to stay. Nadbo had no money. They are talking about giving somebody 800 million to step down. Nadbo has no money.
That's their priority.
To do this sort of disaster, but any way. Nadbo officers have nothing. There should have been tents on high ground to accommodate these people. Until some of them have become life has become miserable. Yet you come a buying war or penino kwa no can the emphata. Oja hako not moving, but Ibrahim has surprised everybody. He just paid and paid. We used to on the trucks. yɛn fɛn ko yɛn kyɛ ba nkurɔfoɔ no na ɔkyɛ no n'ɔka sɛ bi a voter ahankwan o ekyɛ mu kan sɛ ɛsɛ wɔ eyape hɔ no ɛna eyi pro ɛna bɛsi nkɔ bu no nti still moving things there and he spent not less than $150,000 or $200,000.
Wow.
Nkɔfo ko baby ɔmo kra ɛmu na deɛ ɔmo Christmas aba ɔbaa ne bo kyese bo etua na ne truck abɛtwe kɔ yɛ de kɔma nkurɔfoɔ for free.
I see.
Yeah. He's done a lot of good work.
Rice na ɔmo de kɔ no. Nkurɔfoɔ de ɔmo de aba ohun a wo de aba no abetua ka na ɔmo abɛtwe kɔ.
Ɔmo twe kɔ yɛ kɔ.
Ɛnyɛ sɛ rice ɔno atɔn.
Debi on ton rice. It's not his business. Yeah.
No, that's the small money. The kind of the supply that he's doing.
It's more. In initial, at the time that JM didn't name it came up with $200,000.
That's the first.
But it didn't quite say. You just and been so crowd because when he's country, but he's just giving it because he says he gives it, God blesses him back. Ibrahim is doing well. He's done so well in this short time, but government must step in. The government has stepped in now. I'm sure it will be tabled before Parliament on my party.
Yeah.
They will ask questions and they should ask sensible questions. And the Kwabena is saying any career, sir. They should ask questions.
Even if it's a natural disaster, the government should take care of them. Say natural.
There is no plan. Not money. What is the plan? Say Bibi says here. What happens to the people? It's gone on for how long? Is it a month?
Yeah, over a month.
About over a month.
Yeah, over a month.
Me who say oh my tents will be. Usually that's the first thing. Accommodation be better.
That is the point. That is the issue.
Yeah, the mattress is the call.
That's why.
Mattress the two story there.
The more reason why Arise Ghana is deciding on taking them to Sagleme.
Yeah, that is a government facility. It's not being used.
Yes, a government of Ghana, and the people are citizens of Ghana.
So Parliament should move the idea again.
Move them there. We will take them there because if you have a government that is recalcitrant on heeding to the plights of the people, you have to sometimes be very drastic.
As a temporary people, take them there. And then together with VRA, work out an arrangement to house them properly.
Unim say a dina omudi a college that akoko no. Omaton.
Sagleme no.
Yes.
It is omo beso omoton.
Omo ahu. Ayi akwa no. Meba asenso boachi. Ono ankasa e no omaton ade na mo ahu. E no mo ka kire say private investor. There is no private investor bia owo Ghana ha sa dan na esi ho no oto a unisika na te say dey what to sika na gu. Ye ma obi amfa da. It will never happen.
That's not going to
You have paid money to the wrong people. Nobody will be allowed space to have it a private space. A government of Ghana property and it remains at that. What ya what sika? Kwadu sika. Yadi kwafone kwatna. In fact, first the Ukrainian say temporary. Say permanently till government gives them another place to live. Yadi ombeko. Arise Ghana yadi ombeko ho. Omo pommechi enkotum yadi ombeko ho. Government of Ghana dia. Enya sa krapa yadi omo kware se bi ka yadi ombeko akufado fie. You appointed wrong. You put square pegs in round holes. Look, it didn't take just a day to get Akosombo Dam to that brim.
Yeah.
It took months.
So where were they?
From November 2022. All the signs were clear on the walls. And in fact, they started hinting the public as at May 3rd, this year.
Yeah, May.
So from May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months.
Something could have been done.
You sit.
Oh, the truth will come out. VRFO will speak. There is a political involvement in this thing. Because of fear of
Yes,
I see.
They couldn't pay. They can't pay the independent power producers. No, they can't pay them.
Yes.
Last week, you do lights for 3 days, so 4 days, $20 million, and I can say mutia. Nanko for no continue supply. No, omo intia na you stop at there. No.
Egwomon pass.
As will be to be to car also scout. That would be great in be your catcher castle. Also, to carry my $60 million. No, they will carry man from port, from a airport.
So I can't buy yes, COVID.
$60 million. Dollars.
I'm seeking 85 VIP side one millions. CIP. Any day.
Where Femi one. VIP they say omu use so. Oh, VIP now is for the ordinaries. CIP. More private jet, no. That's where they now use. Yes, at the airport.
Back down, no.
The terminal 3, no. They have a place called CIP. And no, they above the VIP. Only private jet on fire. By Ibrahim Kwade omo manin ko.
There's a norm for
on simplicity. But God bless Baba. Yankopon Shano, baby o bi a na.
Yes, done well.
Oma ne enkwa ahodin wo mu. In fact, you see metiade bi fa Zoom lion ho. And that's the only reason why I think say Obi benefited from Obia Sebi insure yira fa no na Obi so spend it. So one is profiting, one is losing.
What is
and it tells you how all men or all rich men cannot be the same. Sometimes we discuss riches as though it's about wealth, but they are two different things. A wealthy man is different from a rich man. There are people who have both, and Baba is just the only exceptional. He's wealthy and rich. Rich men, they have liquid. Wealthy men, they believe that the asset is the human being, and so they would rather invest in human. Some people are just making money thinking that we make a Zoom line on the end. Jasper has always made money.
What is the issue with Zoom line?
Yes, we fumigation on your master contract. Jasper so the enso ne ye. Menu mienu ye Ghana for ball aye nti e na Jasper ye Jasper. Obi so de okodege hole to cover hole, and he makes money out of every your friend is saying a cubic meter be oil, and so he finds a way to spend his money with the people of this country. Minti say Jasper cry COVID buy, look at how he was profiting. Yaria ba ni pe wu no. Look at how he was profiting. He didn't even think about corporate social responsibility. He didn't think about it. Look at how much money Zoom Lion are making from Ghana. And so a thing, there be a thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if you look at some of these things, you can only just be fervent in your prayer to God. Say He should bless Ibrahim Mahama and his likes, even though it's very rare to find. Yankopon Shano. Na me kenzo na me say ka Pentecost for alcohol, but answer my church is the most rich in the, yes, Pentecost is the richest church in Ghana, and you know I expect say we can do more. Saglemeno Pentecost for Christ CB so ma donate ama victims na enya nwanwa omutimi si prison e de che nti obi a wetimi si prison dan there enye
enkofo amu ye displaced no me about 30,000.
yeah, about 40,000 now, I'm sure, because emu tre omon try to own a place that at least the church of Pentecost did better so me dey ma sorry na metimi aka me ntimi nka obi there me ko ta be sorry na oye ade bi na me jaye e ka yesa nka me ka ICGC so but that notwithstanding no it's a plea to all churches and the mosques and one now omu wo bie momo a moja buy contract ahodo a Ibrahim onja buy contract bia, and so he's working hard to at least help salvage the situation. Mo amaje contracts ahodo a mo wuska mo a mo te se sisila da pa so eska wo mo pass no mo koye donation at least munyi mu tight from your stolen monies na momfa nkoye donation na momwa na yɛmmoa nipa abra ɔte aseɛ nipa yɛ mmɔbɔ yɛnsɛ hwee
Family we on this flooding issue.
Your friend is saying maybe me try the we say Samira why then. Wouldn't say enwuma ye didi hia no. Enye no na ye didi sika. Na wo kan ntoma na ne duku ni. Enwuma ye didi hia no. Ye friend sika.
There be onim.
Ana ba omianso. Oso onyame adom. Oh when oni nimdie bia low IQ obi a otai ka nyame beye o nyame adom ne sa no man wabra ye de task amount say perform no you have to know say that the person is clueless oni hwe nyankopon osoro oboade ne ho and so next time bo tape no na ene dem say ye wo ho ne sunti entimi an sheda anko jandam.
Okay, me free
Okay.
The Ibrahim factor. You want to point out?
Me feel say or you nipa ba ko pa nyame yi na che Ghana and wo hwe akwan fa so obo na brabo ni ade a o di nipa wo do de oye bia na nipa ye die ntina oye. Intimendam sa akwa we so asre Ghana for say nipa we se ye boa no ama na dwuma koso a eye ne ade ye boa ye or cement factory ni o wa ade menam sa kwa we so bia utie mu bia no ye patronizing the products na yakopon tre na hye se de be ya bibi se esi a obetumi aye de broso ye nyina baby emegina bia ye nka no nka ho ye da na se a ne ye kire Ghana for say the product patronizing the products and the services. Said the bear, Yakopo bet me at Sana Shimi na or ya because before said you Yakuma or the Bemauno.
Yeah.
On the yard of the Cassia or the other or the mount. Now, though ya watch actually Ghana, Meg, now, bra, your woman, Penu Kujina ho or Toto Papa, so sorry, Jaho. Nanny Papa for your politician. On your politician, on your Ghana, on your politician, or to make Jinaho afa how Fakasian out on Hoswa. Your mom paimano, near patronizing the products. Not on your Casipa, said your bear, which me I hear the chance.
The irony of life.
Thank you so much.
The irony of life. You say I buy Equacoma relief items. Now share a buying car or in your management. Now share baba tracks now. Payloaders are a load in your man. A honor bill say, when they are buying. Is it Ibrahim or Nadbu?
Thank you.
When the government?
Ibrahim the government. Make a chair the way see why your government.
Victor, yeah, that's a brave. Ghana for enjoy your conversation. I hope so you have also enjoyed the studio in a way.
I have.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming. All right, so that's it live on 100.5. Nana Blue. Engine is say.